It's despicable. It's disgusting. You're a pussy. You are everything that's wrong with men today. And I don't know who the fuck married you, but she's probably a bitch too. You're a piece of shit for not standing up for our fucking country. Fucking traitor. I just want you to know. The first thing that you did that was traitorous was defend Dominion has evidence that they stole the election in Venezuela, but also here in America. So if you cared about American election integrity, you would at least give a fuck about that. Second of all, you said we're all going to hell. You thought the biggest problem about the pandemic was that 40% of people wouldn't get vaccinated. This is an experimental drug. We have no long-term data. And it's gene therapy. It's not even a vaccine. When you say that we're all going to hell and there is no hope for America, is a direct attack on the future of humanity. And that, all-encompassing, makes you a fucking traitor.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Robert Pickles, the Fifth, and I'm here on this beautiful night to help guide you wonderful people into what candidate for U.S. Senate from the state of Florida, Luis Miguel, calls a grade A program of information and entertainment rolled into one irresistible package. I would venture to say an irresponsible package. Anyway, I have gathered a few scums to celebrate this Thursday evening with me. St. Pete, Florida podcaster LaLa Beamz. I was going to have Austin via California right-wing party girl RedPill Rage on, but her hate for BradChad was just too much. Therefore, that did not work out. Anyway, so apparently later on, the genius of Censored.tv, Pawl Bazile, will be joining us. If he ever joins the program. Apparently he has a tale to tell, a tale of warmth and home invasion. Actually, perhaps we'll all tell our own tales of our experiences having been home invaded. Brad, do you have a home invasion story? No, you don't. Okay. What about you?
Definitely do not.
LaLa, do you?
What?
Do you have a home invasion story?
I do.
Okay, yes, and I do too. So perhaps we'll just yammer about that, or maybe incoherently about something else. Who knows? Maybe about the Cyber Symposium, Mike Lindell, right? Perhaps we'll do that. Perhaps we'll do that. Who knows? Do you have anything better to do on this Thursday night? I don't think so. It's episode 199 in the podcast of our Lord, Bobby Pickles. That's me. Yeah. What's up, dude?
Outstanding.
How you guys doing?
Nobody's got a better jingle and an intro.
I know.
Stand back and stand by.
I know.
It's legit.
Thank you. How do you not have one?
I do have one.
You do?
Yeah.
It's stupid though, right? Did you make it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know some music then?
Oh no, I mean the tune. I didn't play the song. I could, but I didn't. But no, I did all the graphics and stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, well, LaLa Beamz, hey, how you doing?
I'm fantastic as always. Well, as good as I can be in this fucked up world that we're living in.
Why do we live in such a fucked up world, LaLa?
Well, I don't know who's asleep, but United States of America is pretty much turning into Nazi Germany as we live and breathe. So there's that.
Yeah. Brad, would you concur? Is that really I mean, I know that you've said I like your little videos of just totally what is it? What would you call it? It's like the guy from The Big Lebowski, the people that don't believe in anything. What is that? You know what I'm saying?
You think I'm a nihilist?
You're a nihilist, right?
Bobby, I'm not a nihilist. You can say what you want about the tenets of National Socialism, but ethos. Look, no, I'm serious. Like, I think that I'm definitely. I think I'm a liberal. I think all of us on this panel right now are real classical liberals. We are liberals, right? Okay, we believe in liberal democracy. That's not a bad word. It's a good word, right? You can be a Republican liberal, right? You can also be a Democratic conservative. This used to be a normal thing back in this country up until about, the late 1970s, early 1980s. So there are such things as liberal Republicans. We have a governor in Massachusetts who is one, Charlie Baker. There used to be, conservative Democrats, and there is still one, Joe Manchin, Kirsten Sinema. There are a couple of them. They're dying breeds, I'll admit, but they do exist, and they can exist in the future if we stop with the insane partisan nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that one thing.
General elections. The groups united to launch a full-scale investigation led by former members of the U.S. intelligence community, the Department of Defense, NASA, the U.S. National Laboratories, private investigations, and cybersecurity companies, and legal firms from around the country. The discoveries gained through intense forensic research left everyone involved deeply concerned about the future of our nation and our world. While the U.S. media will undoubtedly discredit this information as far-right conspiracy theory, the fact is the people involved in this investigation represent all colors, all creeds, and all political parties. To ignore this message is to surrender to a government takeover that will gravely affect the lives of every man, woman, and child of every nation. If there ever was an authentic, nonpartisan issue, this is it. In 1970, Henry Kissinger said, "Who controls the food supply controls the people. Who controls the energy can control whole continents. Who controls money can control the world." This concept is critical to understanding the thinking of those who seek to cripple and control America. To achieve their goal, they've got to disrupt families, divide races, destroy small businesses, dismantle the middle class, and distort the American dream of owning land, a home, and everything necessary for the pursuit of happiness and sovereignty. In collusion with our foreign adversaries, these treasonous few are working hard to tear down the last standing wall.
Hold up, wait a second now. So this is Mike Lindell is on here, and he's actually blasting all this like conspiracy theory stuff.
It's not a conspiracy theory. So Mike Lindell is the pillow farmer, and he's saving the Republic. And he basically put on the Cyber Symposium, invite-only event, invited legislators from all over the country, the ones who were brave enough to show up and actually see the evidence to hopefully take back to their states and conduct audits. And they had all of these cyber experts and essentially showed exactly how they stole the election and by how much. And they showed every single state's real numbers, and they showed exactly how they infiltrated our 2020 election.
Wow, really? And it's still going on right now, right?
It's yesterday, today, and tomorrow. It's happening nonstop, all day, every single day, streaming it. And of course, Fox actually said they would not advertise for it. So he took all of his advertisements, period, because he owns My Pillow. And he said, okay, well, if you're not going to advertise my Cyber Symposium, I'm taking all of my millions of dollars in advertisements away from you. So it's basically like Right Side Broadcasting, One American News, Gateway Pundit, and they've even actually had to, he got attacked physically last night because they're trying to have infiltration of the media there. And they've been calling people out like left and right. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's happening.
Here,
the media is not covering it whatsoever.
Let's resume this video.
And their agenda of global domination. That wall.
Yes, sir. What is it?
So Kissinger is a regular guest at Mar-a-Lago of Donald Trump's. This is documented. This is not, a conspiracy theory. He constantly, he's a friend of Donald Trump. So if Donald Trump is supposed to be the liberator of the New World Order, it's pretty funny how he's in bed with the guy who invented it. Just saying.
Okay, it's actually a good point, you scum.
What'd you say?
Henry Kissinger is a regular guest of Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago.
Can you prove that?
Up for debate.
Can you prove it?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Yes. Send me the link.
I don't have to, actually, because all you have to do is Google it. And you will find articles. Henry Kissinger has been a regular guest and an advisor of Donald Trump during his presidency. Henry Kissinger, the architect of the New World Order, is Donald Trump's butt buddy. It's just straight up. It's a reality.
All right, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 sec.
Knock yourself out with it.
What is that, your stupid dog?
It's not my dog. And First of all, my dog's not stupid, and you know that.
All right, so I'm pulling up Henry Kissinger and Donald Trump. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Henry Kissinger told White House he talked to Kissinger says Trump down history as a... Does it say there's friends?
He talks to him enough. I mean, Jesus, at what point do you become friends? I don't know. I mean, look, if Henry Kissinger is pissing in the ear of the guy you think is going to take down the New World Order, that is hilarious. That's like telling me that Pedro Martinez...
Henry Kissinger has been a friend of mine. I've liked him, I've respected him, but we've been friends for a long time, long before my emergence in the world of politics, which has not been too long. But we have been really in the, I guess you'd say, the New York seat a little bit, but we got to know each other very well. He's a man I have great respect for. He's also somebody, usually I say, have you ever been in the Oval Office? And with Henry Kissinger, I didn't bother asking that question because he has been in this office many, many times. But it's an honor to have Dr. Kissinger with us, a man of immense talent and experience and knowledge. And I'm going to talk to him for a while, and we're going to learn a lot. But I can say from a world standpoint, and with many of the countries that Henry and I would talk about before the election, because I would talk with Henry before the election, we've made a lot of progress with many of them. We have some outstanding, and we'll handle that as we have to handle it. But we've made a lot of progress in the Middle East with ISIS and so many other things. It's a much calmer place. But Henry, I say often, I inherited a mess, but we're fixing it. So you may want to say something, and thank you for being here, Henry.
You probably can't say anything.
Mr. President, I didn't expect this opportunity. It's always a great honor to be in this office. And I'm here at a moment when the opportunity to build
destroy
a constructive, peaceful world order is very great. And the president is leaving on a trip through Asia, which I think will make a great contribution.
Maybe we can destroy that too. Why not?
Progress and peace and prosperity. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you very much.
Or war and famine, regardless. Bobby, you should just.
We were on the wrong path before. All you have to do is take.
Anyway, listen.
So I think I made my point, did I not?
What is your point? Your points always are pretty fucking stupid. So what was your point this time?
My point is that Donald Trump has a schizophrenic foreign policy, and that you guys say you hate the New World Order, but he's butt buddies with the guy who designed it. So that doesn't make any sense, is my point.
Okay,
and that
well,
video clip is
I know. I've already had multiple conversations. I've already had multiple conversations with you to know, like, that you are very, like, shallow-minded and only look at the surface of things. So I'm not even going to try to explain to you. I don't know. The Art of War would be a good place to start. I would read.
Oh my God! So appear weak when you're strong.
Listen, I'm not even going to entertain any arguments with you today, sir.
Okay. You don't have to, because there's no argument to be made. That was just a vindication of what I just said. He is kissing the.
By the way, nice shirt. Nice shirt.
Oh, I think it's a beautiful shirt, by the way, and you would understand.
I wouldn't even wear that.
Check it out.
As a female.
Oh, please.
Ever.
Please.
Let's get back into this. The Mike Lindell saving the world.
Okay.
The American people. By focusing on specific election system vulnerabilities, our investigation confirmed that the entire U.S. election system is under the total control of private equity firms and foreign money. UBS Securities LLC New York and UBS Securities Company Limited Beijing injected hundreds of millions of dollars into Staple Street Capital, the current owner of Dominion Voting. UBS currently holds the intellectual property of Dominion as their equity collateral. Up until December 2020, UBS Security LLC New York listed 3 senior Communist Chinese Party members as being on the boards of both UBS Securities LLC New York and UBS Securities Limited Beijing. The companies owned 75% by the Chinese government. Seidel, the parent company of Clarity Elections, located in Madrid, Spain, a data management and early election night reporting company, went bankrupt in May of 2020 and was subsequently purchased in a closed private equity deal by an Irish company called Paragon. The election sites for numerous counties in the U.S. go to a Clarity Elections web address. The counties don't own or control their voting data, and the positions of president, secretary, treasurer, and CEO are all occupied by one man, Jonathan Brill. Brill also happens to be a part of Seidel's senior management team and has run campaigns for Democratic Party candidates. Our investigation also revealed that contrary to the current political narrative, the election systems and their equipment were connected to the internet, making them infinitely hackable.
Voting machines themselves are not connected to the internet.
No voting machines are connected to the internet.
The devices are not connected to the internet.
They do not connect to the internet.
Those things are not connected to the internet.
The Department of Homeland Security says the 2020 election was the most secure in American history.
The 2020 election was the most secure in U.S. history.
That's what they say now, but just a short while ago, the political narrative was very different.
In 2018, electronic voting machines in Georgia and Texas deleted votes for certain candidates or switched votes from one candidate to another.
We brought in folks who, before our eyes, hacked election machines.
Workers were able to easily hack into an electronic voting machine. It was possible to switch votes.
Even hackers with limited prior knowledge, tools, and resources are able to breach voting machines in a matter of minutes.
Remote access software, which would make a machine like that, a magnet for fraudsters and hackers.
Unfortunately, Dominion has recently been thrust into the national spotlight as part of a dangerous and reckless disinformation campaign aimed at sowing doubt and confusion over the 2020 presidential election. First, there were no switched or deleted votes involving Dominion machines. Dominion is not and has never been a front for communists. The company also does not have any ties to China whatsoever, including no ties, including investment or source code transfer. Let me be clear. Voting systems are, by design, meant to be used as closed systems that are not networked, meaning they are not connected to the internet.
Sounds like some of these machines are showing the tabulators can and are connected to the internet.
Throughout, you're going to, particularly where a vote is cast on election day, those machines tend to and should not be connected to the internet, certainly as a best practice.
But some have the capability, don't they?
Some may have modems that are typically disabled, but in certain states, I believe in Wisconsin, some are temporarily activated to transmit some counts.
But those tabulators are connected on election day because that's how they transmit the data to the counties and also into the unofficial.
In some cases, yes, sir.
Yeah,
that's right.
Okay.
Through forensic analysis of election management computers in Antrim County, Michigan, affidavits.
These guys, didn't they get sued or something? I mean, aren't they suing Mike Lindell now or something? So that's what I'm seeing.
I believe they're suing like Sidney Powell and someone else. The Dominion is right now, which that opens up evidence So,
it says this is from The Hill, and it reads: a federal judge in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday rejected requests from former Trump personal attorney Rudy Giuliani, pro-Trump lawyer Sidney Powell, and MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell that he dismissed lawsuits from Dominion Voting Systems against the three. The ruling pertains to 3 defamation lawsuits Dominion filed at $1.3 billion each against the 3 defendants for allegedly claiming without evidence that the voting machine company rigged the 2020 presidential election for President Biden by manipulating votes. The ruling by U.S. District Judge Carl Nichols, a Trump appointee, swept aside the initial claims put forth by the defendants for why the suits should be tossed, from arguments that their alleged statements were legally protected opinions or were otherwise made without malicious intent, to claims that the D.C. court lacked jurisdiction to hear the case. The Wednesday order clears the way for the litigation to proceed. Separately, Dominion this week also sued a pair of far-right media companies and the former head of Overstock.com for defamation based on statements made about the 2020 election. So these guys are just getting crazy with the litigation, huh? They're just going on the offense and trying to ruin people financially.
Well, I would say that, look, here's the thing: if Mike Lindell runs, and Sidney Powell, Linwood, Rudy Giuliani, Jenna Ellis, and Donald Trump run a huge campaign.
Jenna Ellis is not in the picture, by the way, sweetie, but continue.
Okay, so if these people who are being sued...
Who is that?
The actual... LaLa, I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
Jenna Ellis is a traitor, old news. She's out. She's not getting...
I'm sorry about that. I got that one wrong. So, but the remaining litigants in these cases, they have said that, Dominion is a Democratic, party operative that is going to steal election. So if you're a Republican Secretary of State in any, red state, right, you cannot possibly use Dominion machines in the next election and not get like a lynch mob outside your house, right? So these guys have effectively made it impossible for these people to do business in these states. So they have a very good defamation case because they're basically making it impossible for them to do business where they should have been able to do business before. They're going to lose this case. And I've talked to several lawyers. They're going to lose this case.
Have you talked to a lot of doctors about the vaccine too?
Hey, LaLa, back up from the microphone a little bit.
That's a different subject. So, but what I'm saying is these guys are defaming Dominion to the point where they're not going to be able to do business anymore. And that is going to bite them in the ass. Now, there's no way that they're going to get $1.8 billion out of Rudy Giuliani or Sidney Powell or Lynn Wood or any of the other defendants in this case. But they will make a point that, hey, you can't do this. You can't throw around accusations of fraud, or as they say, fraud, and not get some backsplash from it. This is the way it's going to work, baby. You can't do that.
Again, very, very surface level and completely uninformed of what's actually going on. We would hope that Dominion wouldn't do business anymore, considering that they stole elections in many countries, including the United States of America. But you know what they'll do is they'll just operate under a different name because their name is already tainted. And these people are so bold that they don't give a fuck. They would use Dominion during the next election and they wouldn't even care because they have people so brainwashed like yourself that really believe that there's no election fraud, even though there is undeniable proof at this point. So I don't know where you're getting your little...
I think he just likes saying, he just goes against the grain.
Yeah, but it's so stupid.
It is.
What is the actual fraud that you've seen?
Well, I watched every single hour of all the legislative hearings after November. So I've seen literally every single testimony by all of the people. And I've seen the cyber experts basically say that there's 1 in fulfillion, and yes, that's a real number, chance that this was legitimate. And then I've also been watching the cyber symposium where they showed exactly how they hacked the machines. They showed the
They
CEO.
showed nothing of the kind.
By the way, I'm talking still. The CEO of Dominion said that it was not connected to the internet, that they aren't able to connect to the internet, and they proved that it was connected to the internet. So that alone opens up the door to them committing fraud.
Numerous election
none of those
officials
things
in Georgia,
happen.
as well as the operator's manual for Dominion's Democracy Suite 5.5, our teams have gathered indisputable evidence that the entire system can indeed be connected, hacked, and manipulated. And in fact, it was.
So that means it was.
Here's what triggered this investigation back in 2018.
Are you going to actually listen?
This is the Allied Security Operations Group.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Shut the
2018 governor's race, where
Pay attention.
a direct flip of 560 votes was made from Matt Bevin to Andy Beshear. So that was exactly 560 votes was deducted from Matt Bevin. 560 votes were added to Andy Beshear. This race was decided by a little over 5,000 votes. So this one switch represented about 25% of the margin of the vote.
Andy Beshear is declaring victory because he is the leading candidate over a Republican incumbent governor in a state Matt Bevin won by 10 points 4 years ago and in a state Donald Trump won by a ton.
Here's an example of election anomalies that took place in 2020.
So now we would take the ballots and we would scan them. It's going to feed these ballots through the scanner. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to overvote.
What do you mean by overvote?
Overvote is when if there is multiple people in a section where it says only vote for one.
So you're scanning the same ballots twice. That's already been scanned once.
I've already scanned them once.
Yeah, so you're scanning the same
ballots twice. You just accepted every one of them. Every one of them went through the system. There it is, the fifth batch.
Okay.
It's pending adjudication. I think I want to vote for Biden. Let's let Biden win this and complete.
So you made a vote for someone where someone did not vote?
I did, didn't I?
And you're the election supervisor?
I'm the election supervisor. I am the person that sits and does the adjudication.
All right, board, I want y'all to step outside.
Initiated by a court order, the Michigan investigation team obtained forensic access to a DS200 tabulator, the machine that counts the votes. A Telit 4G wireless chip manufactured in Taiwan was discovered embedded into the motherboard. The voting machine tapes clearly indicate modem engagement and transmission of election data. Some of the anomalies that we noticed in the 2020 general elections, that 5 key states all stopped counting at a certain time in these key battleground states. These were all where the software, Dominion machines, ES&S machines were used, the Smartmatic, the GEMS software. So when the vote stopped counting, and this has been noted in other countries as well, President Trump was significantly ahead. When reporting and counting resumed, there was a massive spike occurred that favored Joe Biden.
Who ordered the votes to stop?
Bobby, I could tell you, looking at that, having been a government-paid propagandist, right? That is, first of all, not very good government propaganda. But I could do it a whole lot better. And I want you to tell me exactly what kind of data, what kind of information supports any of that stuff. But before that, I mean, just picking on what people's fears and what people's desires are, I could tell you any damn thing, convince you of it if I felt like it, because I'm trained at it, because I'm good at it, because the government's good at it, and I'm good at it. So I'm just saying,
and have you watched any of the other side? Because it's all been censored by said government propaganda.
LaLa,
have you watched any of it?
I'm willing to answer your questions if you're willing to answer mine, but you just said you didn't want to talk to me. So I'm perfectly willing to have a back and forth.
No, I don't think I said that. I think I would remember saying that. I mean, I said you're stupid. I said your shirt is stupid, but I'm talking to you. I don't
think you're stupid. I think that's a bad. That's
your shirt is stupid.
Okay. I think my shirt is awesome, Bobby. And you know what? a lot of other people who wear Fred.
So, I just want to know: did you watch any of the legislative hearings, and did you watch any of the cyber symposium where they showed all the evidence?
I watched a lot of the cyber symposium, and I'd like to talk about that right now, if you don't mind. Is that cool? Can we talk about the cyber symposium? Because I'd like to hear your thoughts on it as well.
I'm sure you have. You just literally asked me.
What exactly is the cyber symposium?
Okay, so the Cyber Symposium was a conference in South Dakota that Mike Lindell put on to supposedly present the forensic, audit information that he had, right? He specifically said that he had PCAPs, right, that would prove that the election software in several, key states, several battleground states, as we would call them, were flipped by the Chinese government or by the Venezuelan government, by the Iranian government, the Russian government, in any event, mostly the Chinese government, right? So a whole bunch of cybersecurity experts decided to go to this thing, right? And go to the middle of nowhere in South Dakota and spend a bunch of money to go. And after the first day, people started to get pissed off that Mike Lindell had done nothing but play his documentary and some MyPillow commercials and give out coupon codes and stuff like that.
So you didn't watch it
about the mainstream media.
So you're outing yourself, buddy.
I did watch it, actually. If I could just finish what I was saying, LaLa. So he decided to do this. People were like, well, what the hell? The actual cybersecurity experts. Second day, same thing happened. He said, well, we got hacked, so we can't give you the information. At the end of the third day, he still had not given these packet captures that would be, evidence maybe of voter fraud or voter flipping in these machines. They ended up finishing the symposium having given no evidence to anybody of anything except that Mike Lindell is a lunatic, So that would be the end of that.
So how much CNN have you watched? You said you watched the cyber symposium.
You know what?
How much CNN have you watched?
With bated breath. I watched with bated breath this stuff on LindellTV.com. That's not the website.
Yes,
it is. It is actually the website. I don't go to Frank's speech. I go to LindellTV.com where you can watch the entire thing. And so you
just said there's no evidence presented whatsoever, and then you said you played all these MyPillow commercials.
Yes.
When they weren't playing, when they weren't talking or showing evidence, they literally just showed the stage. They didn't play commercials.
If you ask, I know some people who were there, and if you ask them, they were playing Mike Lindell commercial or Lindell pillow commercials with a coupon code while you were there, so that you could purchase stuff. Which I don't have a problem with him doing. I mean,
really, because they showed it.
He wants to sell his product. That's fine. But look,
they showed it the entire time.
Absolutely no evidence
behind the table the entire time.
What was the evidence that he showed that the election was hacked? What was
they literally showed exactly how they hacked the machine. They did an entire. Did you watch it? It's the first day. You can go and rewatch it on Rumble. Go ahead. I'm not a cyber expert.
I watched almost the whole thing until
Steve Bannon even said. Lunatic. When did that happen? I didn't see that.
Steve Bannon even said on day 2, he was like, this has gotten ridiculous. He should have had more evidence. He doesn't have it. This was a mistake. That's what Steve Bannon said. So seriously, you're shoveling shit against the tide right now, LaLa.
You're a self-proclaimed government propagandist. You voted for Biden and you're wearing a pink shirt.
Yeah, that's a problem for you, wearing a pink shirt?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Yeah, you're basically what's wrong with men today.
Was that there were significant financial transactions from private and nonprofit organizations that had a severe impact on.
We'll get right back to how horrible Brad is.
As revealed in a Time magazine article in February of 2021, individuals and organizations have been plotting to fortify the election since at least 2015.
Hell yeah.
This is the inside story of the conspiracy to save the 2020 election, but it's massively important for the country to understand that it didn't happen accidentally. Democracy is not self-executing. There was a conspiracy unfolding behind the scenes.
The cabal
curtailed the protests and coordinated the resistance from CEOs.
The cabal.
Both surprises with
it says it in this article.
Left-wing activists and business titans. They got states to change voting systems and laws and help secure hundreds of millions in public and private funding. That's why the participants want the secret history of the 2020 election told, even though it sounds like a paranoid fever dream. A well-funded cabal of powerful people, ranging across industries.
See, a cabal.
Working together behind the scenes to influence perceptions, change rules and laws, steer media coverage and control the flow of information. They were
that fucking Time article is so crazy. You know?
I still want to see some proof of something. I mean, come on, you got to give me something better than that.
Do you realize that a sworn affidavit is evidence?
That's not necessarily true. I could swear to any damn thing and it could be false.
Okay, that's not what I asked you. In the court of law,
it's
a sworn
evidence,
affidavit,
but it doesn't have to be taken as being serious. People lie in courts of law.
You go to jail for perjury if you lie under a sworn affidavit. So you didn't answer my question. Are you saying that sworn affidavits by the thousands, they're all liars?
I'm saying they have to be adjudicated one by one, and a lot of them will be liars. Yes.
Okay, so literally you just want to be a retard.
No,
like you don't care.
If I decided to get 100 of my friends to go swear to something we all know is false,
okay, this is like
go do it,
this is a stupid
I could
argument.
do that.
Yep.
You're saying an affidavit automatically makes something true.
You know, no, that's not what I'm saying. You're putting words in my mouth. I asked you if you are aware that a sworn affidavit is a piece of evidence in the court of law.
It's a piece of evidence that can be discounted in the court of law. Yes. It can.
Okay. Is that what I asked you?
Right. Yeah, it can be a piece of evidence in a court of law. You're correct.
It can be, or it is?
It can be a piece of evidence. It can also be a piece of evidence that's thrown out for being a lie.
Okay, so let's say that there's thousands of sworn affidavits and half of them are liars. What about the other half? Those are all evidence.
All of them could be liars.
And by the way,
it could be an organized effort to lie. It could be a conspiracy to lie.
And so the fact that, you know, county level elected officials have been bought and paid for by the CCP has absolutely nothing to do with it, right? You're more suspicious of your fellow citizen than the elected officials that have been bought and paid for by the CCP.
Well, it sounds like which
a list came out last year, by the way, of all of their names.
It sounds like you're suspicious of your fellow citizens are, betraying the country, and I think that that's insane. Because we are your fellow citizens, LaLa. Like, we're Americans.
You're not my fellow anything. I don't know if you're aware of this, but we're at war, and you are what's wrong with the country. You are not representative of we the people, sir.
I'm a veteran of the United States Navy in this country, and
you are a disgrace. And you are a disgrace.
He really is.
Really?
You are.
Look, when me and Bobby talk about this stuff, we joke around like I'm a disgrace.
I'm not joking.
Well, yeah, I know that's the problem, LaLa. Look, here's the thing.
I think you're the problem.
My friend Joe is in jail right now, and I want him out of jail. My friend Rufio is in jail, and I want him out of jail because I don't think they did anything wrong that day except trespass. I really care about some of these people because it doesn't matter to me what their ideology is because I've been with them, and I understand, I respect them. The difference is you can't see past ideology. I can be friends with Bobby, and I honestly am friends with Bobby. I disagree with him on everything.
You literally are denying proof, and you don't realize that we're at war right now.
You're off the reservation.
So it has nothing to do with ideology. This is actually a nonpartisan issue. So if it was the other way around and Trump stole the election and all of this irrefutable proof was available, I would be just as pissed, and I wouldn't be like, well, shut up, stop complaining. I would want to know, because I've known that elections were fraudulent for a long time. By the way,
I'm a patriot and I volunteered for this country.
More than anything.
Why don't you go? You're still young enough. Go volunteer. Grow a pair of balls and go volunteer. Go join the United States.
Who says I'm not, by the way?
Marine Corps. Go ahead and vote. Hey, are you a vet?
First of all, I have a 2-year-old. Second of all, I was going to join the military and then I got arrested shortly after.
You were going to do this. I was going to do that.
No, I got arrested like a month after. I don't really care if you believe me. But I'm a single mother, sir, so I can't join the military. I've actually looked into it. So
Okay, well, I did, so don't.
But you're so much better because.
But wait a second. Hold on one second. Hold on a second.
The military.
So
even though you are literally a traitor to our country as we speak. So congratulations, you served for our country, but now you're a fucking traitor.
Yeah. What is this thing
who else
where
is a fucking veteran? McCain.
Yeah, what is this thing where somebody, if they say, "Oh, I'm a veteran," immediately that means that you cannot have any, guilt or anything like that.
You can disagree, and you can call me an asshole, but what you can't do is call me a traitor. That's above and beyond the line, right? If
I think you are.
You don't have to look. You can call me a motherfucker. You can say I'm an idiot. You can say I'm stupid or I don't understand politics or whatever, or I'm duped. I don't care about any of that. But when you start to get into the whole, you're a traitor, you don't love the country.
You are a traitor.
I volunteered for the country. I fucking spent 5 years.
So did McCain.
Doing whatever I was told.
So did McCain, and so did many elected officials, you would say. So did, what's his name? Dan Crenshaw? Fucking traitor.
Dan Crenshaw was a Navy SEAL who got one of his eyes blown off.
And he's
I disagree with him on everything politically, but I think he's a patriotic American and a good man.
And he's a traitor.
You must have some.
You would think he's a bit. You would think he's a good man.
In your fucking whatever in your trailer, and
would think he's a good man.
Complain about
you're also
Dan
a traitor.
Crenshaw. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever. Dan Crenshaw lost an eye for this country.
And
What'd you do?
My stepdad lost his leg and his eye, and my daughter's father lost a piece of his brain. And guess what? They're not fucking traitors.
Dan Crenshaw's not a traitor. He's just a Republican.
They would never
a guy I don't agree with, but I respect the shit out of him.
Ever.
I think what it is. No, I think this is what it is. Brett, Patrick, whatever. You have the ability to be smarter than you are. That's what it is, I think. Or you're smart enough to know what you're doing. You can't really say that. Forgive him for he knows not what he do. No, you know what's going on, and you choose to be a scum. You make the conscious decision to vote for Biden. You sit up there in your bubble of Boston, thinking that you're smarter than everybody else, and you're not. That's it.
I've never said I'm smarter than everybody else. I just don't like people. I don't like people saying that I'm not a patriot.
You're not.
Because I am.
Well, you're not. I mean, if you voted for Biden, you're not a patriot. You're immediately. That's it.
So my service doesn't count.
At that point, it's null and void. At that point, I'm sorry.
Were in the military right now, you would be the one to go let me get my jab first instead of standing up for your rights with your brothers.
Oh, he's already gotten his jab, probably.
Oh, I know.
No, first of all, hold on. Let me explain something to you guys that you may not understand. After 9/11, when you guys were pissing your pants.
Let's hear the sob story from the traitor.
After 9/11, we were not asked, would you like the anthrax vaccine? Would you like the smallpox vaccine? They just gave it to us. And we fucking walked on about our fucking business because that's what you do.
Well, you know what also? They also took that to the Supreme Court. And the people who were against it took it to the Supreme Court. So that's why it's important to band together, because what they're trying to do is weaken our military by having the free thinkers abandon them. Because the ones who are awake to this bullshit, aka not you, because you already got it, you're like, oh, give me a jab. I'll snort it if I have to. Where's the booster at?
Hey, Brad, where's your, what do I look for on YouTube to fund your channel here? Can I Patrick Reilly or no? Because I want to watch that video that you were talking about. We're all gonna die. Nobody's gonna get the vaccine.
I don't know, man. You probably won't be able to find it because it's brand new. Because they killed my old one. So yeah.
How do you, what do you have? What's the channel name, dude? What's the channel name?
It's just Patrick Reilly. So you got to just search my name. But I used to have an actual URL, but they killed the channel. So now I'm just like, I'm kind of depressed about it because I'm not going to be able to build it again because they'll kill it again. So whatever, when you don't take the hard right or the hard left opinion, they tend to beat your ass, both sides. So
hold on one second.
If you can find it, I'd be impressed.
I mean, you sent it to me, didn't you?
I think I did.
Okay. I think you did. I hope you did. Hold on. No, you didn't. I don't think. Damn it! You came up with my shit.
All right. Maybe I can send it to you now. Hold on a second. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, text.
I just think it.
Text that to me.
I think it's bad when people decide that, veteran service only counts if they agree with their politics, and
it's not about politics. Like that's what you guys don't understand.
Of course it is.
Like,
that's all it's about.
I've been apolitical my entire life. You know what I stand for? What's right and what's wrong.
Yeah, see,
and
that's the problem.
What's wrong is stealing an election, and what's wrong is taking away people's medical freedoms. When there's so much proof that the vaccine.
What am I taking away from you? Why are you so mad at me?
Because you're not standing up with us, so you're against us.
Really?
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's the kind of attitude that leads to world wars. You understand that, right?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, that you're a complete dumbass, because we already are at war. This is World War III. It's information warfare.
What? I don't think you're stupid.
Spiritual warfare.
I don't think you're stupid.
Listen, you need to hear something. You need to hear something. This is World War III already. That's why I am so cutthroat with you. Because if you're not with us, you are against us.
Yeah, and I heard that same stuff.
You just said yourself you're an expert in government propaganda, so then how do you not see that information warfare?
You sound like Dick Cheney. You sound like George Bush, and this is the same shit over and over again. I've seen this so many times. You're not old enough to understand this, but I'm telling you, this is the same kind of talk, Bobby, that we heard back in 2002 or 2003. If you're not with us, you're against us.
All right, listen, LaLa.
Mass war.
Okay, LaLa. Let's listen to this. This guy. He has this video. He's been posting these little videos. They're pretty cool. They're funny. Just him with his whatever he thinks. Hold on. He's retarded.
So we're hearing a lot over the last couple of days about mandatory vaccinations. People freaking out one way or the other about it. And I got to tell you, it doesn't fucking matter. What we're going to do is fight each other over this for the foreseeable future. I said over a year ago, to my wife, who's a nurse, that once we get a vaccine, we're going to run into the shittiest problem in this whole pandemic situation, in that there's going to be a violent reaction to people getting vaccinated. She didn't believe me at the time. She recently had to admit that I was right. I did not want to be right about this, but this is the reality, right? There's a good 40% of the country, maybe less, but a good close to 40% of the country that will violently refuse to get vaccinated. And there's nothing we can do about this. If you think there is something that can be done about this, you're a straight up fucking idiot. There is no solution to this problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to join hands and jump off the fucking bridge, because that's all we can do. That's the end of it. There will be no solution to this problem.
Wow.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it.
That was so pathetic.
No, it's just he doesn't, I mean, yeah, God.
It's despicable. It's disgusting. You're a pussy. You are everything that's wrong with men today. And you should really throw out that shirt, because it's telling. And I don't know who the fuck married you, but she's probably a bitch too.
Wow. Wow. Oh my God.
I'm not going to take that bait.
Oh.
My wife is a beautiful woman who is amazing.
And Irish.
You're complicit as an RN with the fucking crimes that are happening against humanity, and should probably also be in jail.
I am not going to tolerate, or you know what? I don't have to respond to that, because that's insane. And you look very upset, LaLa. but I don't want you to be upset. I want you to stop being so upset.
Oh, I eat people like you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I shut down the phone lines.
Well, you shouldn't engage in cannibalism
this morning
that's wrong,
based on his bullshit fucking HR 4980. You're easy, sweetie. You're gonna go home to your pillow, not on my pillow. I'll be sleeping on my pillow, but you're gonna go home to your flat pillow that's probably not comfortable at all. That smells like regret. And think about, oh, wow, LaLa. I hope I didn't hurt her feelings. I hope I didn't get her so upset. Maybe I should throw out that pink shirt. And I'm going to go and take a bubble bath after this and not give two fucks about half of your feeling that I hurt.
You're upset about a pink shirt and you're going to take a bubble bath? That don't make sense. Look, here's the.
If you listen to me, so you can't compute anything. You're so simple-minded.
I'm simple-minded. Look, you know what? Here's the thing. Me and Bobby can.
Wait, hold on. I gotta back up though. All right, okay. I don't totally condone talking smack about your wife. It's a little crossing lines, but on the other, but I know, but you make a valid point, LaLa, talking about the RN thing. Is she complicit in the whole?
Absolutely. Especially if she lives in Massachusetts.
Yeah. And this guy buys that hook, line, and sinker. I mean, when I went to his house to debate him, I had to do it in a mask.
Because I didn't want to get my wife fired. But here's the thing, Bobby, I just want to say this, right? You've always been, like, when it came down to it, when you came to the house, you were respectful, and we just did what we had to do and did the interview. And we bust each other's chops all the time, but you and I are friends, and we, like, we're going to hang out in Texas, and we're going to bust each other's chops. And it's not personal. It's not personal at all. It's just what it is. It's because we're funny guys, and we like to bust balls. But, LaLa is just kind of getting, and I can take it, but just getting a little out of line, talking about people she doesn't know. Talking
it is
about
personal.
Wife. I would never talk about Bobby's.
That video you just played. If you are a risk to the future of humanity, which includes
this is a little
my
crazy
daughter.
Right now.
Actually, you've talked about people that I've been with and stuff like that. You said disrespectful things.
Oh, but that was the girl that you left.
Disrespectful things to me.
No. It doesn't matter who it is, man. You shouldn't be taught. You cross the line. You know what? You do need to take it.
I'll take back. I will retract my statement on your wife, but I will keep my statement on RNs in general. Anyone who's not standing up against the corruption is complicit against the crimes.
It's fair enough. I accept.
No. I feel that his wife is complicit in this whole thing. I do.
Stop it. Just leave it alone. Come on. Don't go too far. Like, we're friends, man, but let's leave it where it is.
All right. Whatever.
Look, I don't mind having an argument and stuff like that. When I bring up the opinion of my wife in these matters, it's a clinical thing. It's got nothing to do with a personality thing. And when somebody comes back at it with like, well, who the fuck would marry you? That's a little out of line as far as I'm concerned. Maybe LaLa doesn't think that. Okay, that's fine. Like, I'm not telling you what to think or what to say or whatever, and I'm not.
Remember the last time that he was on the show and he came after me for many personal things at the end of the show, because I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then what did I do? I said when I crossed the line, I apologized for it. Did I not?
No, you didn't.
Bobby, I think we could look at the tape and see that I did.
We can look at the tape. I remember.
Well, I'm sure you don't, but it's not a big thing.
Did anyone see the video that you just played of him saying that let's all just jump into the depopulation agenda and that's all you can do and just give up and to lie down?
I didn't say anything about the depopulation
agenda. That's what I heard.
Yeah, because you weren't listening to me. Bobby, you want to play it again?
Oh, yeah.
Play it again. Play it again.
It is ridiculous.
People who haven't seen it.
I didn't say depopulation. I said I was depressed and I was like, well, fuck it. Let's just,
Yeah, he just.
But I didn't want to depopulate the planet. I want to depopulate me.
Very sad and pathetic.
So we're hearing a lot over the last couple of days about mandatory vaccinations. People freaking out one way or the other about it. And I got to tell you, it doesn't fucking matter. What we're going to do is fight each other over this. for the foreseeable future. I said a year ago, over a year ago, to my wife, who's a nurse, that once we get a vaccine, we're going to run into the shittiest problem in this whole pandemic situation, in that there's going to be a violent reaction to people getting vaccinated. She didn't believe me at the time. She recently had to admit that I was right. I did not want to be right about this, but this is the reality, right? There's a good 40% of the country, maybe less, but a good close to 40% of the country that will violently refuse to get vaccinated. And there's nothing we can do about this. If you think there is something that can be done about this, you're a straight up fucking idiot. There is no solution to this problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to join hands and jump off the fucking bridge. Because that's all we can do. That's the end of it. There will be no solution to this problem.
And that sums it up. That sums up his philosophy.
It's a really good stinger, though, isn't it, Bobby?
Yeah.
You got to admit that. Yeah, it's a good stinger.
Yeah.
Your jingle is the best. My stinger is really good.
Well, no, you had another one. You had another one. Wait, what was a week to choke yourself? Union bashing. I don't give a fuck about Andy No. Oh, that was the one. That's a good one. I don't give a fuck about Andy No. Right.
Yeah.
So as you know, LaLa, if you remember, we had him on and we were talking about his viral video that, of him in New York City. So this is his response to the guy who shared not his video, but another bystander who is filming it, his shot he shared. And what do you think about that? Do you have any, did this stem from animosity because he didn't share your video?
No, I think Andy No is a gonzo journalist, and I don't like gonzo journalists. So
no, that's what I am. So whatever, no matter. Mm-hmm. You're an idiot.
You should play the one where he's like, "I voted for Biden."
Why can't I hear it?
I can't hear it.
I don't know because I'm not producing this show.
Well, you would play the one where he says, I voted for Biden.
Damn, man. It sucks. I have no idea why I can't hear this.
That scene you have, Bobby, in Ecamm probably has system audio disabled.
No.
Andy No tweeted a video of me being harassed by Antifa in Foley Park last week in New York City. It's not my video. Someone else took it. I want to make very clear because it got like 100,000 hits plus. It's well over 100,000. I want nothing to do with Andy No. Andy No is a shitty writer. Andy No is a really shitty videographer. He's got as much use for a video camera as he does for pussy, which is to say none. Okay? So Andy No is a cunt. I don't want to be associated with Andy No on any level whatsoever. And I didn't think I needed to say this, but I've gotten a lot of emails and text messages and whatnot. And I feel like I need to make a statement about it. So that's my statement about it. Andy No sucks and fuck Andy No.
Oh my God. What a fucking dude. I love it, man. I love it. You are a scum.
Well, as clear as it could be, right? I mean, look, I don't like that guy. And he was trying to use video of me as some sort of like vindication of like what he does. And I'm like, no, I got nothing to do with you, bro. Like I'm not interested in your bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not interested in Andy. No, fuck that guy.
Hey, play the one where he was like, I voted for Biden.
Okay.
No, I explained why, hey, play it. I don't give a shit.
Why you came with these people? Then you're provoking.
I'm not provoking anything.
You're not wanted here.
Why are you throwing water at me?
It's not a nice little shower.
Why are you throwing shit at me? Don't touch me, man. Don't touch me.
It's acid.
I don't want to touch your umbrella.
That's what the guy said, though. He said, take a nice little shower.
I'm just a goddamn journalist.
Was that a threat?
What do you mean a threat?
Not you.
Look, guys, seriously, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm a fucking liberal who voted for Biden. I just want to shoot some fucking video. What's wrong with you, man?
Like fucking liberals here either. Get the fuck out.
No, I will not get the fuck out.
Trump supporters, that's what the problem is.
Yeah, because you know what? They're people too. I don't have to like it. I don't have to like what they want to do. Seriously. No, I'm not going to get out.
Fuck your stupid ass President Biden too.
I don't know what the purpose of that bell is, but whatever, you know. What's wrong with you guys? What's that?
Fuck out.
No.
Fuck out of here, liberal.
Nope. Not getting the fuck out of here. You're going to have to make me get the fuck out of here, and I dare any one of you cocksuckers to try and get me out of here.
If you dare, that's a provocation. I'm going to tell you that right now. Yeah, that's a provocation.
You want to get me out of here? Then go ahead.
I want you out of here, but
you're not going to get me out of here.
I'm not going to put my hands
It's a free country, baby.
I'm not trying to put my hands up.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to stay here, and we're going to see who gets tired faster.
All right.
And it ain't going to be me.
Now, see, my thing is you picking fights now. That's what you're doing.
What's that?
You're picking fights now.
No, I'm saying I'll stand here. I'll stand here.
But what they're doing right now is keeping you away from everybody that doesn't want you near.
Yeah, but nobody's allowed to do that, so I'm just going to walk right past you. You can kiss my skinny, hairy, white Irish ass.
See, now you're broken. What if you put your hands on somebody?
No, I'm not putting my hands on anybody. I want to walk.
It's time for you to leave.
Nope, it's not going to be time for me to leave. I'm walking straight past you assholes. No, fuck this shit.
It's not working.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Man, don't do it.
I'm just walking past you.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Out.
Stop. Stop.
What is it? What country am I in right now?
You're in a country where if we don't want to have anything to do with you, we don't have to.
You don't have to. You can just let me walk right past. You can just move aside. I want to walk over there, sir.
I'll walk you. I'll walk you. You want to walk around?
Thank you.
I'll walk you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, sir.
Where's the latest here?
Going by buns, and that's enough to see. So yeah.
So are you going to get the booster shot?
Wait a minute. Hold on, LaLa. You're asking me, am I going to get the booster shot? Do you think that you still think I'm a fucking communist?
Absolutely. Do you think that the Delta variant exists?
No, hold on a second. No. You're not going to get to grill me here. This isn't your fucking show. What in the hell?
Go ahead, Bobby. Take over.
No. Please.
No, seriously. I shouldn't have to defend. I was out there defending free speech, trying to go out, and you're gonna denigrate me immediately afterwards. Like, what's wrong with you? You don't think that what I was doing there was trying to actually do decent journalism and getting fucked with by Antifa, and you're going to give me the business?
I think that it's fucking, it serves you right that it happened because you deserve it.
I know why you think that, because you're my friend. Look,
No. I think it because you probably side with them on a certain level, and it's great that they eat their own like that.
No, it's not. And I don't side with them. And I don't side with anybody who tries to curtail people's rights to free speech, which is what they were trying to do.
What about their medical freedom?
They were trying to stop me from reporting on the situation, and they had no idea whether I was on one side or the other, because those people are not anti-fascist; they're antisocial.
Oh, hey, how about that? The Twitter sphere got a hold of this last episode. Do you remember that? Who actually Daryl Lamont Jenkins actually shared it, right?
Yeah. He said I was a racist and all that stuff, and he can go fuck his dead mother. I don't care. Like, it's I'm the most irreverent bastard you're ever going to meet. So the people who try and mess around and hurt feelings and get tough. He was thinking that I was going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, Daryl. No, I'm like, Daryl, you're a fat bastard, and I like to throw you down a flight of stairs, except you get stuck. So it doesn't matter to me. I don't.
Look what he wrote. He wrote, so Patrick Reilly, the liberal, quote unquote, that is doing the circuit because
rounds,
because I and a few others gave him crap at the rally in New York City, was on a Proud Boy podcast, and Enrique Tarrio, fresh from his recent guilty plea, decided to refer to me with a racial slur that he has never said to my face. Now, this is actually interesting, man, because I want to. This is a 20-second video. I want to play this really quick because he bleeps it, and you can't hear the A at the end. That's
when I went up and when he started yelling at me. I knew who he was because he's a 450-pound black man. It's a little difficult.
Is he the fat that fucking just sits in the corner?
You can't say that word. Only half of that word.
Whoa.
Only half it.
Right.
Those were my ears.
Sits in the corner.
I didn't say that word.
He sits in the corner?
Yeah, he sits in the corner.
So,
he doesn't.
Wow. I mean, see how disingenuous they are. I mean, that's always how they operate, man. They always
I've
operate.
had a few conversations about that particular clip with some people, and I was like, because Enrique is like half black and half Cuban, when he said that word, and he said it with the A and not the ER at the end, like I didn't even think anything of it. I was just like, oh, whatever, it's not a big thing, but people made it a big thing. I don't think it's a big thing. To me, it was just like Enrique just popping off at the mouth. It wasn't like, some sort of like Remy from Higher Learning kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, Bobby would understand that. But I'm just saying, like, to me, I just filed it under who gives a shit, So, and we went on with talking about what we were going to talk about. Otherwise, like, if I thought it was some kind of crazy thing, I would have said something, but I didn't say anything because it didn't seem to me.
Yeah, but you see how they highlight that? It's so funny.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Look, the hardcore right, my bad, the hardcore left, like lunatics, do that. They take that kind of stuff out of context. That's what they did right there with Enrique. Made it something that it wasn't, and then tried to get mileage out of it on the internet. And I hate that type of shit, man. I can't stand it. It was wrong there. I'm friends with Enrique, and if he's wrong, he's wrong. But he wasn't wrong in that particular instance. So,
yeah. LaLa, you just met Enrique yesterday, huh? He was over in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, it was random. I was at a community patriots meeting at some bar and grill, and I was like, is that a doppelganger? But yeah, he did a speech there. So,
he did.
Said, hey, yeah, he did. That's why I was there, I guess.
What was he talking about?
Fucking commies.
Fucking commies? Fucking them?
Yeah.
Fucking commies.
He brought up BradChad.
He did? No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. No,
and by the way, Enrique is one of the biggest fans of this particular Fred Perry.
He was talking about the state of our country and how we are at war and how our freedoms are being taken away every single day. New Orleans today, they just announced that if you're 12 and older, you have to show your papers. And I just want to know, like, because I don't even own a mask, and I'm aware that they don't work, and we're aware that, the jab can still be spread. So why do you think that everyone should get their medical freedoms taken away to get the jab? And as an expert in government propaganda, what do you think about the Delta variant story?
Listen, BradChad, we all, just like you said in that video, half of the country, 40%, you say, I think it's more than that, will just naturally not want to be told what to do, right? Is that basically where we're at? I mean, you basically either do that or you just go right along with the herd. And you listen to whatever is said on the mainstream media, and you really do believe that that's what's going on in reality, and that nothing else nefarious behind the scenes whatsoever. And then you go sleepy at night, and your wife is a nurse who is behind all this shit as well. Anyway, I figured it out.
So there's a lot here, but my wife is not only a nurse, but before she was a nurse, she was a chemist who worked in a research lab, working on virology and things of this nature. So I trust her implicitly because she's my wife and she loves me and she wouldn't lie to me.
Right.
So,
trust the experts.
So I trust my family is what I trust.
Yeah,
so
trust
in any
the experts.
But past that, I think that we're going to end up in a situation where it doesn't matter anymore. Like people who think that there's a fix or whatever are just naive. It's over with. It's over with. We're all going to hell in a handbasket. That's the end of it. I'm just going to try and make my last years as enjoyable as I can.
What a pussy, huh? And he says he's not a traitor.
No, he's just giving up.
Are you? Let me ask you. Are you a father?
No.
Okay, you look my 2-year-old in the face and tell her what you just said to me, and tell me that you're not a fucking traitor. You're a piece of shit for that, for not standing up for our fucking country. I just want you to know.
Okay, so I was just trying to finish my.
Let's all hear the rest of your black pill.
I just think that what we should do is try and respect each other as much as we can, for as long as we can. Like Bobby and I are going to Austin.
Oh yeah. Hold on,
which is going to be awesome. You know, we're going to hang out with the guys at InfoWars and try and hang out with people that I personally very much disagree with, but I think are really nice people who have the best.
Bobby, invite me next time.
Well, you can come this time, LaLa, but I think these guys have the best interest of the country in mind. I just happen to disagree with how that works, but I really I like them, and I think
what's going on with this thing, by the way. So what are we doing next weekend? What is this? What's the deal with this?
So it's on. I talked to Owen today. It's on. So
what's on? What is it?
At Walter E. Long Park on Saturday. So it'll be like it's like a cookout kind of deal. So it should be fun. I think it's going to be awesome. And I'd also like to check out Austin, because the last time I was there, it was just like come in there, go on the show, and then you got to go home because of the schedule. But this time we'll be able to hang out and enjoy the city for I'm going to be there for Friday, Saturday, and most of Sunday. So it should be cool. I'm going to enjoy talking to people who disagree with me, LaLa, and not judge them. So that'll be fun. You. I know you are. I wish you wouldn't.
You deserve to be judged. You deserve to be worse than judged. You deserve to be mocked because you are so plugged into the system. And this is why. Because when you're that brainwashed as you really need to be jolted awake. And people like Bobby, who's like your friend, and let me introduce you to InfoWars and all of that. No, you need blunt force trauma. And I'm really going easy on you. Because you're literally married to someone in the medical field who is the most indoctrinated person that you could imagine, literally sponsored by Big Pharma, and then complicit in the greatest crime against humanity as we speak. And you're okay with it.
Okay, LaLa, do you believe that... Okay, so do you think that the COVID thing is a total, where are you coming from on this right now? Is it a real disease?
Yes, I do think it is. I think that it's obviously manufactured in a lab, which has been proven. I think that the fact that they're talking about the cases on the Delta variant, which there's no test that proves which variant it is irrefutable proof that it is completely falsified. All of the numbers, we know the PCR tests are inaccurate. So all of the fear porn that is being shoved down everyone's throat, which I look at them as victims because they are unaware that we're in the middle of war.
And LaLa, you know people that have it.
Here's the last thing I want to say. in the same respect that we should all care about election integrity, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or apolitical, you should also care about the people who are dying, because fuck a mask, fuck the mask and anti-mask, fuck the vax and anti-vax. They are hiding therapeutics from us that we could use to save lives.
That's true. That's definitely true. Like the hydroxy, you know what I'm saying? Like they just
hydroxychloroquine and the ivermectin.
Yes, you
want to take ivermectin, which is horse paste. Go ahead and take horse paste. You can have horse paste for your horses.
It's also an antiviral medication.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so I've been pretty open about the fact that my grandfather passed away of COVID, and also my favorite uncle has it. He's in the hospital right now, and he was a total anti-masker. He thought COVID was fake, just like I did, just like everybody. A lot of my family members did. And anyway, he's experiencing right now how really, truly horrible that disease is. He's been in the hospital for like 16 days, something like that. So it is crazy. But the reason, I believe the reason is these therapeutics, they definitely could help you. Like all these people that have had this, they had the hydroxychloroquine on time with the Z-Pack. Those people, they were done. They were better in no time. And I tried to get him. I got him a bottle of it, and I sent it up there. I overnighted it, got it to him in time. But he has had so much, I think, misinformation has been going on that he doesn't know what to believe anymore. So he didn't take it. So he got worse, and he had to go to the hospital. And now the meds are apparently working. My aunt told me, and I asked her what kind of meds, and one of the meds that he takes is extremely close to hydroxychloroquine. So they're developing new drugs that are just so you can't use the old drugs. They're developing new drugs so they can make money.
Look, man, first of all, I'm glad that your uncle is recovering, but I just don't believe there's no chance that there's this massive conspiracy among people who work in hospitals, nurses, doctors, healthcare providers who were like, hey, shh, we want more people to die. Like, if you think that, like, you are in a fantasy world that is far more interesting than you read too many comic books, man. You really did, because this is bonkers, bananas, nonsensical horseshit. And
have you been inside any of the hospitals have you been in any of the hospitals that have actually done that? Because there's a lot of whistleblowers all across the country that have said. I
just told you where my wife works, right?
Okay, one hospital in America. Congratulations. Have you, as a journalist, maybe you should do some undercover and go to the different hospitals and see what's really happening.
Did she do TikTok videos?
No, she didn't do TikTok videos.
Why don't, as a journalist, you go cover what's happening? Let's see all the overflows at all the hospitals. Let's see it, journalist.
I live in the city of Boston. Our hospitals are banging nonstop. We don't stop.
Florida said it's high cases. They're all empty here. Weird.
They're not empty here. I mean, you got to. This is just silliness. But LaLa, you got a lot of anger. You need to.
Well, I guess you have like amnesia from the last time we had a conversation, and you didn't apologize. You said you did, but here we are.
What was said? Hold on. Let's replay it. Fuck it. Let's replay it. What was going on?
Yeah, I know. I can tell you what he said.
Hold on. It was right at the end, right?
Yeah, I apologize because I thought I gotten a little.
Well, of course, you always have unpopular opinions. Gotcha. Oh, the sound isn't catching up with it. Too big of a file. Fuck it. Anyway, sorry.
No, this is what happened. I had been drinking a few White Claws, but I mispronounced a word because I have bad pronunciation, and he made fun of me for that because my mother her first language is not English. So I learned in a household where like they were speaking Spanish most of the time. So a lot of stuff that I say is like grammatically or pronunciation is incorrect because my mom still has a really thick accent. And I explained all of that to him, and he still continued to make fun of me, even though he is a liberal.
And I was wrong, and I apologize for it.
No, you didn't apologize.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, but
you say.
I think I think we know this about the liberal in general, especially the white liberal. The white liberal is inherently hypocritical. That's how they are. That's why we hate them so much. So he's just showing this exact pattern of what they always do.
Bobby can say that to me, and I can bust his chops about being reactionary or whatever, and we don't take it that personally. But the difference is that LaLa gets all fired up and is telling me that I'm some sort of communist, horrible human being. You know what?
I really think you are.
I joined the military because I think
that your very essence is completely like despicable, because you just said yourself that we're going to hell, it doesn't matter, and you're not fighting. So like you have the spirit of like a pussy. And I don't respect that. And we are at war. And this is what I'm trying to explain to you. If you were like, okay, you're right, we need to fucking go against the establishment. Yeah, fuck them. They're fucking trying to take away our medical freedoms. They're trying to take away our freedom of speech. Okay, I can get on board.
As long as I agree with you politically, then I can be.
It's not about politics. It's about our rights and our freedoms, our God-given rights.
Let me tell you something.
It has nothing to do with politics.
Let me tell you something. You never even considered serving, because you could have done it years ago, but you didn't.
I never considered what?
You never considered serving.
I told you.
You could have years ago.
No. Well, if you don't want to believe me, but I told you I was going to serve. They had my birth certificate, all of my information, and then I got arrested a month later. I was living in Massachusetts at the time.
Yeah, you were going to, but you didn't do shit, did you?
Because I got arrested and I couldn't serve, and then I got pregnant.
Why'd you? Oh, okay. So that's
and now I'm a single mom. And if you look up the guidelines, a single mom can't serve because they have to have someone who watches their baby.
Hey, look, I don't want to hear someone.
I don't care if you believe me, dude.
Someone like me.
I still think you're a traitor.
Yeah.
So
what's that?
I still think you're a traitor.
I'm a traitor?
He is.
Yeah. How many times do I have to say it?
How did I? How am I a traitor?
Because you are
fucking
giving
voted
up on America and our fucking Constitution that you gave an oath to. I didn't give an oath to the Constitution, but here I am fighting for it.
How am I doing that?
How many times do I have to say it, dude? Like,
by voting for Biden.
No, because if you're going to accuse me of treason, that's an actual crime. So how did I actually commit that crime?
By voting for Biden. And accepting my money after in a false,
No, LaLa. How did I commit the crime of treason specifically?
Well,
what did I do to commit the crime of treason?
Right now, it started off when
I'm asking you a specific question. Answer.
And am I answering? All right. Are you ready to hear my answer? You're going to let me talk now? Okay. The first thing that you did that was traitorous was defend Dominion. Regardless if you voted for Biden or Trump, I don't care about that. Dominion has evidence that they stole the election in Venezuela, but also here in America. So if you cared about American election integrity, you would at the very least, give a fuck about that. Second of all, you said we're all going to hell. You thought the biggest problem about the pandemic was that 40% of people wouldn't get vaccinated. This is an experimental drug. We have no long-term data. And it's gene therapy. It's not even a vaccine. Sorry for saying that on your channel. And you basically, the way that when you say that we're all going to hell and there is no hope for America is a direct attack on the future of humanity, which my daughter is a part of. And that all encompassing makes you a fucking traitor.
So that makes me a traitor. And so what should happen to a traitor?
What
kill him.
You should go to jail? I mean, what do you want me to answer to that question? Maybe all I hope is that you wake up and realize that we're at war and come join our side. But I know that you're not going to because you're completely brainwashed and indoctrinated. I mean, you married a medical professional and you think that what they're doing in the current situation is good.
His dog is you have a nice doggy. Good doggy.
I do.
That's it. You just have that's what kind of father you are. You're a dog father.
I'm a great dog father. He's a great dog. I mean, it's not hard to be.
It's another thing that liberals do. They replace, having children for having an animal of some kind, right?
Well, how many kids you got, Bobby? So shut the fuck up. Shut up.
But I actually do have the ambition to have a kid. I want to have children.
Yeah, I have the ambition to fuck Scarlett Johansson, but it's not going to happen. So who cares?
No, but do you want to have kids?
No, we're not going to have kids.
Why? Oh, is okay. You don't have to tell me if it's too personal or whatever. But is it a reason because, like a conscious reason?
Yeah, it's a conscious reason.
Okay.
I really wanted to have kids. Yeah, we made a decision a long time ago. We didn't want to have kids, so we're not going to have kids, and that's it. I mean, that's our personal.
Me personally, I'm happy that you're not.
I can respect that. I can respect that. Yeah. See, LaLa, this is how people who disagree with joke around and don't get freaked out about it.
Okay, so you don't really know me that well. This is literally like my personality. On Friday night, I just went out to my hometown down by the bar, and I went live and basically started asking everyone about what they knew about the jab and if they knew that they were super spreaders, and provided them with proof. I got chased after. 5 people tried to call the cops on me. So I find this fun. If you think my feelings are hurt, you're completely misunderstanding.
Okay, wait. Where did
somebody, if I were in the bar and somebody chased after you for saying that shit, I'd be the first one to punch someone in the mouth for trying to go near you, because I believe in free speech, and Bobby knows this. I've been at I don't know how many rallies over the last couple of years. I would never, ever, ever let anyone come anywhere near you if I could help it. Because even if you disagree with me completely and you're saying things that I don't agree, especially if you disagree with me completely, right? So that's just the way I am. You don't know me.
Wow, that's
I don't
so
know
noble of you.
But that's the reality, and Bobby knows it too.
Yeah. So LaLa, you were, I'm from St. Petersburg. I mean, I grew up there.
You're from Bridgeport. Asshole.
No. I grew up in Florida. Man. I went to high school in Florida. So anyway, and went to University of Florida. So anyway, where in St. Pete are you going in doing this? Talking to these people, harassing them? No, not harassing them. Trying to inform people. Where is this happening in St. Petersburg City?
Gulfport.
Gulfport area, okay. You're going into Gulfport bars and you're telling people about the vaccine, telling them they're super spreaders and whatnot, and they're trying to chase...
I can send you the video if you want.
Yeah, send it to me. Can I play that? Let me definitely play that.
Not?
Definitely.
I was a little intoxicated, but what else is new? I'm intoxicated right now. Not very, but it was really fun. This one lady, she was like wearing a mask outside. And she was literally chasing after me. She went buck wild. Hold on.
Really?
Continue talking. I'll try.
Is it all right? So is this something that you do a lot when you're going out?
It's my first time, but I just bought a megaphone, so I plan to do it much more often.
Really? Nice.
Yes.
I want to start doing some more.
Yeah, you should come here and we'll do it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would like to plan some protests and actually go after people such as this guy, BradChad. Mm-hmm. Anybody who does this goes against us, goes against our Constitution. Anybody who's a traitor, mm-hmm. We find out where they live. We go bullhorn them in front of their neighbors, and tell them what a scum lives in their neighborhood. I bet you if we did that, BradChad, he would. I guess his neighbor. Yeah, no, I don't have one of those. I have one, but I don't have one with those stickers all over it. InfoWars stickers.
No, because this is an official InfoWars megaphone.
Really?
Yeah. that I was given in Portland, Oregon.
Where did you get that? You got that when I was out there?
I got that at the rally that was, or the rally that was out in Washington State, out in the middle of nowhere on the dirt. And this was earmarked for me, just like it was for Joe Biggs and Enrique and a whole bunch of other guys that ran Rufio. And this one was sent from Austin to me. So, I'm just saying.
Oh, what do you think? That makes you special? I think
it does actually. I think it does make me special.
No, they keep you around because you're fun to fight with.
Yeah,
you're a heel. You're a heel.
I know exactly. That's why they keep me around.
Yeah, you're a heel, dude. Yep. So, what do you think about Alex Jones?
I'm an Andy Carter heel.
What do you think about Alex Jones and Trump and stuff? Like Trump, I guess Alex Jones kind of he wishes sometimes that he didn't even meet Trump or something like that, or Trump never came around.
Bobby, this is why you're occasionally a very good interviewer. This is a really good question, right? So the thing with Alex and Donald Trump is that my favorite thing about Alex before Donald Trump was that he was kind of an equal opportunity offender. Like, he hated Democrats, he hated Republicans. Like, he hated Bush, he hated Obama. Like,
I was surprised that he got behind Trump like that, man.
Yes, so was I, because I've been watching the show since, I don't know, 2004 or something like that. So I was like, well, this is interesting, man.
That very much was one of the reasons why I got behind Trump.
Right. But then he gets into Trump, and I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. Like, he wants to support a candidate, I guess. But then it went total Trumpist, and I was like, the most fun thing about Alex was that he was kind of a rogue. Like, you couldn't pin him down, But then he became easy to pin down, and I was like, oh, come on, man! Like, this is boring. Like, it's not as much fun as it used to be, Even when I disagreed, I liked the fact that he was kind of like a wild card. Like, you couldn't tell. Like, he was into Ron Paul, who I really like Ron Paul, even though I don't agree with him all the time. But Rand Paul's I think the technical term is cunt. It's just like Ron Paul had balls, And then when Trump kind of took over InfoWars, I was like, it's not that much fun anymore. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, I liked it because I totally 100% followed Trump, and I went down with the ship. Well, it's not completely down. You know what I'm saying. It's still alive and kicking. I think that they really kind of fucked up by getting them out of there because they just prolonged it. I think that he's going to get in again. I think he's going to get in, and it's going to be 12 years of Trump because. Well, it's certainly possible that Trump could win in 2024. I don't doubt that. But what I'm saying about Alex was that he was a lot more fun when he wasn't part of a political party or behind a certain candidate. He was just like he just ran a radio show where he talked shit about everybody. And I thought that was fun and interesting and enjoyable to watch. Once he became a Trumpist, I was like, okay, well, now you got one side. I still like it, but it's not as fun as it used to be, is all I'm saying. Yeah. I really haven't been watching InfoWars in a little while. I don't watch it like regularly like I used to. I used to definitely listen to it regularly. Is he still talk about Trump? Not so much, but I can tell you that I don't really listen to his show as much as I do the American Journal Harrison show in the morning and the War Room Owen show in the evening. I think they're both better shows. So I like listening to Harrison's show, and sometimes I go on there. And Owen's show I think is interesting as well. Alex's show is fun. Occasionally I catch it, but it's not the best as far as I'm concerned. It's not as good as it used to be. Mm-hmm. Hey, LaLa, did you send me that?
Sadly, it's only a screen record, so
okay,
it's fine. Have the volume, but trust me, I'll have more coming. The next thing I want to do is print out all of the sources.
Do you have the screen record? You have it or no?
Yeah, I do.
If you send it to me, I could play it.
But it doesn't have any.
Oh, no volume?
Volume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so walk me through it. You're in Gulfport.
I'm going to be back in 15 seconds, guys. 15 seconds.
Okay.
Take a piss. I'll be right back.
Proud of your boy. Let me grab another beer really quick. Hold on. You know, let me say something. How in the fuck, LaLa, could Pawl be at the police station now? Oh, hold on. Wow. Just in the nick of time. I can't hear you, Pawl.
I told you I'd be here.
There you are.
Hold on. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Said I told you I'd be here, dude.
You're here.
What
Yay!
Yay, LaLa, what's up? Whoever's in that other corner? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not good. Not good at all. Thank you for asking. I've had quite a month, night, week, and none of it has anything to really do with me, which makes it even more fucking frustrating. Like when you're caught up in somebody else's drama that you didn't ask for, it is the worst fucking feeling on earth.
Okay, let's hold on 1 second and wait to what'd you get a mohawk? Did you get your mohawk redone or something?
No, this is what I've been.
Is this what you usually? That's what you usually do. Okay, all right.
Something like that. Yeah.
Listen, let me just bring you up to speed really quick here. You're jumping on the podcast. We've been going back and forth. We've been talking to, we were going to have RedPill Rage on, but she did not want to join the podcast because she hates BradChad so much. I don't want to use the word hate, but he is a despicable human being who people love hating. And so anyway. LaLa and him was going back and they were going back and forth a little bit. LaLa definitely didn't hold back at all, and she
would I have been so proud of her. Would I have been so proud?
She shared her feelings towards him, and I don't disagree with how she feels towards him. I feel the same way towards him. Really, I mean, I think that if he is somebody who has some kind of brain, is somewhat intelligent, and has the background he does, and who willingly voted for Biden, is basically a traitor. Basically a traitor.
Stop saying. Well, at least his son didn't give a laptop to Russians.
He's not going to have any kids, and that's good. So anyway,
all right, I agree. Shit.
Yeah. So Pawl.
Hey, Paul, it's nice to see you, though, man. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you, dude.
Paul, please, you were at the police station all day long. You had an invasion, home invasion. I've had a home invasion. LaLa has experienced a home invasion as well. BradChad is not, because he's a liberal. Most liberals don't have the life experience to make them a conservative. He has not been. That's probably why he doesn't have a gun or whatever.
I was going to say they wonder why we have guns. We're the ones that are breaking into our houses.
Oh, I've had people break in my house with guns. I had a full home invasion that I had to defuse, and that happened when I was in my 20s. Me and my two roommates. One of my roommates, I was just texting him. Actually, I was just talking to him just now before the podcast. Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, both of them. Holy shit! Just like we do on our group chats, us three were just on a group chat before this stupid conversation randomly. I should get those idiots on here. But anyway, tell us your home invasion story, please, Paul.
Well, I'll give you the setup of how this day started, and feel free to ask me any questions along the way.
Okay.
So I've mentioned on the show before, I live in the hood, okay? And I have a 2-floor house. I rent the second floor to other people in the 2-floor house. So the one girl, and I'm not going to mention her name, but the girl who's my roommate has a boyfriend, and they're like the typical ghetto hood couple. She is actually very nice. She's about 80 pounds, vegan, like, you know, super into crystals and shit. And fucking, you know, never hurt anybody. He reeks of nut job. And he's been around for roughly 2 years, and he's weird. He's a weird dude. And I think he's on coke a lot. And I'm mostly chilling on the couch, and he'll just walk by me and just, you know, sometimes every couple months randomly be like, is my girlfriend fucking anybody in here when I'm not here? And I'm like, no. And he's like, yeah, she is. If I catch her, I'm going to shoot her. I'm going to kill her. And I went, I hope you don't. And I'm trying to stay as far away from the drama as possible. Bobby, we've also mentioned on the show that I did have a black girlfriend for a while, for almost a year. So she was in my house a lot. He was also being very creepy towards my girlfriend. And he, like, when I wasn't around, he would go up to her and say things like, you know, if I catch my girlfriend doing anything in here, I'll kill her. You better not know something. I'll come after you too. And I started going, you know what? This is fucked up, but he's not my renter. I'm trying to keep everything on a remotely, we're friendly, but very professional keel. I'm going to let her know what's going on. I figure. I'm like, listen, can you just tell your dude, don't do that? Like, don't threaten you to us.
Oh, so I think I know where this is going. This is an inside job. Totally different than what I dealt with. Anyway.
It is an inside, yes, I know. But it is an inside job, which makes it, and by the time you get to the end of this, it makes it a little crazier and creepier. So, flash forward to, and by the way, so when I broke up with that girlfriend, he took her number from his girlfriend's phone and started calling her at 4 o'clock in the morning, asking her if she wanted to, like, go out with him and stuff like that. But this is the guy who's paranoid that, you know, his girlfriend's going to cheat. And my ex and me have a good relationship, and she would call me and be like, I don't want him doing this anymore. Please make him stop, blah, blah, blah. And I would have a conversation with her because, once again, I'm trying to keep the house copacetic. That's my thing. I want to be chill guy. No drama in the house. That's my thing. So, flash forward to 3 weeks ago. It's about 8:15 in the morning, and I am woken up to the sound of my name being screamed down the hallway by my roommate. I come out of the fucking room. I'm just wearing basketball shorts, and there's about 8 cops in my living room. And they're putting their hands on my chest like, stop, sir, stop, stop. And I'm like, what's going on? And she just keeps yelling Paul over and over again. And I don't know what to do because I don't know if you knew this, but I'm not the police commissioner. I can't stop you from getting arrested. And she has handcuffs on, and I'm going, what the fuck? And I'm just going, and she's like, Paul! And I'm going, what? And she's like, Paul! I'm like, I'm not going to fight cops with you. I don't know how this story ends, you know? So she ends up getting arrested, and I go to the cops, hold on, you're in my house. Why are you arresting her? And they go, we can't tell you. And I go, no, you're in my house. I don't know why you're here, and I need to know. I'm the leaseholder, property owner, whatever you call me. You have to let me know. They go, and they all seem really nervous around me, like they're, don't walk forward, sir, like that kind of shit. And I'm like, well, relax, I'm cool, like, but what the fuck? And they go, it's a domestic and we'll leave it at that, and if they want to tell you anything more, that's what they'll tell you. And I went, okay. Now, he is like a 6'1" black dude, 220 some odd pounds. He's sitting in my living room, and he starts crying like a fucking baby. And he's lying to the cops, right? Like right in front of me. He's saying, "Oh, I own this place. I live here. I'm the primary leaseholder." And I'm going to the cops like, "No, he isn't." Like, I don't know what he's trying to pull. And he's going, "Yes, I want a restraining order on her." Blah blah blah. He's doing the whole fucking drama thing. Tears are coming out of his eyes. He's wailing. I've seen a man cry 4 times in my fucking life, and that was one of them. And I'm going like, Jesus Christ! Like, what the fuck is happening? So he leaves. I have another upstairs roommate who's down, and he saw more of it than I did, and he just goes, yo, he before you came out, he told the cops that you're fucking her. And I am not. And I was like, what? And then he's like, yeah, he told the cops you're fucking her. So then he begins to take all of her possessions out of her room. Now, keep in mind, he does not live here. She lives here. This is her place. It's her stuff. But he starts pulling the mattress down, the box spring, and I don't know, again, no drama, Paul. This isn't my problem. It's her problem. And I'm just sitting there going, oh, man, oh, this is rough. And I'm going, dude, you just got to leave the keys and leave. And he's walking past me going, I know you're fucking her. And I go, dude, you're here almost 24/7. When am I fucking her? In between your blinks? Like, when do I run up there and take my dick out? Like, when she goes to take a piss? Like, where do you... We don't even share a bathroom. Like, what are you talking about? And he's just like, well, she's a snake, and she's this, and she's that. And he's going off being a dickhead about his girlfriend. Then he tells me, you know, she broke you up with your ex-girlfriend. And I went, okay. Because I know that's not true. And he goes, yeah, when you went to Virginia, you know, she talked her into a 3-way and we all fucked her. Which I also know is not true, because my ex-girlfriend was super creeped out by this guy and would do nothing but talk shit about him every time he left the room. And even when she stopped staying with me, she was like, he's calling me. This is creepy. This is fucked up. But he's like trying to put it on to like make me mad or something. And I'm just going, whatever you say, man, just get out of the house. So he gets out. She spends 3 nights in county. She comes out and I ask, I'm like, what happened? You hit him or something? She goes, no, that's the thing. I didn't put my hands on him. She changed the passcode on her phone, and he says that if you lock your phone, that means automatically I'm going to assume you're cheating. So she locked her own phone, and he's like, well, that means you're cheating. Stole her phone and ran out of the house late at night. Came back at 7:30 in the morning and standing over her, waking her up, and was like, it's over. You won't unlock your phone. I can't get it open. So it's over because I'm going to assume you're cheating. So according to her, she just went, okay, then leave. And he wouldn't leave. And he kept walking around the house and saying, like, call the cops on me. Call the cops. Call the cops. So eventually she was just like, get the fuck out of my house. And he went to go take the TV off the wall and said, like, well, I bought you so many things. If I'm leaving, I'm taking the TV. And she ended up putting her foot through her own TV. And then he started yelling, that's assault. That's assault. Oh, now I got you. That's assault. And she was like, okay, whatever. Well, apparently he told the cops that this 80-pound fucking little girl beat the ever-loving shit out of him, even though he had no marks, no bruises, no injuries. He was scared to death of her. So do you think that stopped this gentleman from calling her constantly and from standing outside my house yelling her name and from, going to her relative's house and harassing her underage nephews and going, your aunt's in jail. I put her in jail because she needed to go there. Do you think that stopped him from all those things? Fuck no. This guy, and keep in mind, she comes back home, and firstly, she couldn't come back home without a police escort. Because, and we could hatch into this, the laws in New Jersey are so fucked that even if you stay with someone a couple times, like Bobby, if I stay at your house for like 2 weeks, according to the law of New Jersey, it is also my house. And if I refuse to leave, you have to file for eviction for me. And if you steal something, like if I go and sleep on your couch...
it actually means that Bobby's your common law wife at that point.
Bobby is my common law wife.
In which case you have the right to fuck him in any manner in which you please.
Yeah. And if Bobby called the police on me, they'd have to show up and be like, I think I know what happened here. These two queers were blowing each other. And the big one got scared. he got freaked out and decided
we have to adjudicate which is the big one.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, we'll find out, won't we, Bobby?
Oh my God.
So this dude, and keep in mind, so the more I'm talking to her about this, and I'm trying to be a good friend. I'm saying things to her like, listen, because I actually know like women who've dealt with abuse, and this is abuse. He's abusing her and fucking with her head, and he's doing literally the day she's out of jail, like, if you don't come back to me, I'm going to kill myself. We should be together. And there's like restraining orders involved and shit like that. And he's doing he's telling her, your bed smells like you. I miss you so much.
Oh my God.
A level 10 fruitcake at this point. And that's in between saying, well, if I can't have you, I'm going to come to the house, kill you, and kill myself, which apparently he says a lot. And I said, listen, you need to get a lawyer. You need to file a report on him for all the stuff he's doing now. He's breaking a judge's order by doing this. You need to get organized because you have to go to court and the charges are on you and you have to prove that you didn't domestically abuse this fucking guy. And she was like, yeah, I know I should, but I don't want to start more trouble because you don't know him. He's crazy. He'll just come over and shoot me one day. I'm like, oh, I'm so happy about that. And I asked, of course, does he have a key to the house? She goes, no, he doesn't have a key. He gave it to my aunt and uncle when he was there. I went, well, he didn't give it back to me, and I told him to give it to me. She's like, well, he gave it to my aunt and uncle. Great. So flash forward to Monday morning at 5:30 a.m. Sounds like a stampede is happening in my fucking living room. And I shoot out of bed like the fucking Undertaker, and I grab a machete, and now I'm standing by the door with my back like this, waiting for something to happen in the door, holding the goddamn machete, thinking, I'm going to have to fucking kill a motherfucker today, and I haven't even had a good night's sleep. And then I hear just as quickly a stampede go down the stairs again, and the door slam, and I'm like, okay, this dude came back for sure. So, I wait for her to wake up, and when she comes downstairs, I go, hey, you weren't running around at 5:30, were you? She goes, no. I go, so this dude was back at 5:30. She was like, yeah, that's what happened. And I went, okay, all right, well, listen, we're changing the locks. You should have called the cops. Why didn't you call the cops? She goes, I don't know. I go, what did he want? He goes, I don't know. It was 5:30. He just showed up at the house and was standing over my bed, and I went to go push him out of the fucking room, which, by the way, has anything about that last sentence I said sound fucking remotely not creepy or normal in any fucking realm of
Are you sure? Hey, are you sure he didn't go there and then they had sex and shit? And it was
no, because he definitely came in and then almost not even a minute later ran the fuck back out. Ran like he was running from something.
Okay.
Oh shit! If she calls the cops, I'm going to be in trouble. Because she wasn't delighted to see him. So I'm like, so this guy just broke in my fucking house, man. This is fucked up. And I'm telling her, yo, now it's on. Something bad is going to happen. Do you understand? He's coming at my house. If I hear him in my fucking house again, I'm coming out swinging, just so you know, because this is a creepy fucking situation. So she's like, oh, no, it'll be all right. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, this is my personal space. This is my house. This guy can't be doing this legally. He's not allowed here. She's like, okay, I know. And I'm like, and you're not, and I kept, by the way, from the word go, because I know how ghetto couples work, I'm sitting there going, do not tell me in a month that you're getting back together with him and he's changed and everything's great, because this guy's been a dick since I've known him. Please don't tell. She was like, of course, he's trying to ruin my life. By the way, at one point, apparently he leaked her nudes on Instagram. He's just been I'm talking in the last week. He's been a gem. So today, my ex-girlfriend starts calling my phone. Pick up, and my ex-girlfriend goes, hey, this dude just called me about 5 times rapid fire in a row. I didn't recognize the number because I blocked his old number, but this is another number, and he's leaving messages about how I have to call him back as soon as possible and all this other bullshit. I was like, okay, don't call him back. Don't get involved. He's acting nuts. She's like, okay. No sooner do I hang up with her, a weird number calls my phone. So I pick up, and on the other end of the phone, I heard something like, yo, motherfucker, fucking kids, and I went, who is this? And then he's just like, yo, if you want to fuck with Nancy, I'm going to fucking cut your throat. I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm coming to the house right now. I'm going to fucking kill you. And I just went, okay, can I ask you something? Why are you calling my ex-girlfriend today? And then he just hangs up real quick like a bitch. And I'm just like, oh my God. And then he proceeds to call me 4 or 5 more times. And same shit. And then he starts going, you're trying to fuck Nancy because I'm not in the house. Now you're trying to fuck her. And I'm like, I thought I did fuck her. So I'm not sure which one. But all I know is if there's one thing to take away from this story, Pawl Bazile, sexual threat. That's the one thing to take away from this fucking story. And I'm telling him, listen,
the other
dude,
thing you could take away from it is that nobody wants to fuck Nancy.
Apparently not. Well, this one nut job does, but he's saying to me how did you do this? Did you do? I'm like, no, dude, no, I didn't do this. I'm like, and he goes, well, she said you're trying and give it up because it'll never happen. It'll never happen. Yeah.
Let's talk about music. Let's talk about Michael Graves and all the shit that you're doing with this business here.
Okay,
that's interesting, right?
Right, yeah, I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Okay.
No. Now, I mean, this is why people hate him. Anyway.
No, I don't hate. No.
This is why we hate. This is why people hate you.
Yeah, I want to know about the Michael Graves thing because I think that's really interesting. I'll
cool switch gears to that immediately because in the police station I was actually
going on, right? You got a tour.
Yeah, but I was just talking to Cassandra Fairbanks because she's writing an article on us tomorrow, actually. Very cool. We'll crack that open. But just to tie it up. So I go, listen, I have to this dude might have a key to my house. I have to fucking call the cops because this is going to end with, in New Jersey, me covered in blood with people saying I'm a Proud Boy and a dead black guy in the living room. No, I'd rather have a dead boy in the living room, to be honest with you, than just like a grown black man because I know how this is going to get fucking spun. So I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I call the cops. Then I hit up Nancy and I'm calling her. She's not picking up. And I'm my roommate. I'm saying to her, hey, listen, I'm calling police. This guy's threatening me, saying he's coming to the house. I'm a grown man. I'm not dealing with this. I don't hear from her. She's not picking up the phone. Then she texts me back, well, he's probably mad because you disrespected me in the house and we're talking about fucking me. And I went, you bitch. You're the bag man. You fucking set me up. And the only time I ever remotely alluded to fucking her was in a joking way when she got back from prison because he sent her there. I said, he's accused me of fucking you, and of course I never fucked you. I will now, just to piss him off, because I've already been accused. And it was a joke, and she laughed, and I laughed, and we went with that. But suddenly that has now turned into, oh, no, this is disrespect, and blah, blah, blah. And she's giving my phone number out to the psychopath that she's not even supposed to have contact with. So this has been a trying little while, and I just spent by the way, the East Orange police, hey, bravo, it took you an hour and a half to respond to a maniac off his medication is coming to my house to murder me. And then it took another 3 hours of me being in the police station to get the report done, but it's done.
All right.
So,
Paul,
I got that going.
Paul, how do you live with these people, man?
Mm-hmm. Everything's been cool. Because I mind my business for the most part. And we'll kid around or talk or have small talk, but I don't get involved in motherfuckers' lives, which is why the moral of the story is this isn't my drama, but this dude's telling himself a story in his head of oh, everyone's trying to fuck my girlfriend. Paul's probably trying to fuck my girlfriend. Paul probably did fuck my girlfriend. Maybe he's just trying. I don't know.
Hey, is Nancy hot?
She's cute.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. She's all right. I don't hate her. Wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers, but I also don't shit where I eat. And like I said, I've joked around with her. I've said shit oh, we should
you
go
definitely
just buy
shouldn't shit on your crackers. That's terrible.
Yeah. But I joked around with her and said oh, we should buy a farm together and live together. And she's just oh, you. And then goes away. But apparently now that is disrespect.
When I was down there in Foley Park to take photos of you, did you find my presence to be irritating, or was I just taking photos of you guys? I mean,
I'll be right back. I got a
question. Just asking.
Well, at first you were irritating, but then you became even more irritating, and I was fucking shocked. I was like, could it get worse? No, it wasn't necessarily. I didn't know anything about you except you shit on Michael, who's a friend of mine, and I worked for him immediately. And I just was like,
no, I was only kidding with Mike.
I know, but Michael's been shit on left and right by everybody. So I'm just like, whatever, man. I hear Glenn is better. I'm like, I know. Huh?
Do you think any of the photos that I took were intentionally trying to make people look stupid or things like that? I mean,
I could have looked thinner in mine. I'm not going to lie. If you could have made me look slightly thinner, that would have been nice. Why? Is that what you did?
No, I think it's when I do events like this and we're going down to Texas. Bobby and I are going down to Texas next weekend to InfoWars for their little party, and my goal is always just to show people the way they are, not to editorialize as far as photographs go. still photos go, because that's my thing. I'm not really that much into video, but shooting still photos and just showing people as they are without making judgments on them. I try to do that. I think I've done a pretty good job of that my whole career.
Well, I dealt with a couple people there that day who were definitely, opposition press, I'll call them, and they were kind of cunts. You weren't a cunt. You asked to take my picture. I said, yeah, sure, cool. And we had a brief
I always ask permission. I'll never take a photo of somebody who doesn't give me permission.
We had a brief misfit conversation. I'm always happy to talk about the misfits. You were mentioning before, Michael is back on the road. As long as they don't lock the fucking country down again at the last minute, which wouldn't surprise me, because Michael, our nickname for him is Charlie Brown. They're always moving. I looked
at the dates though, and there's nothing near New England, so I'm disappointed. Man.
There's a Boston date.
He's got a Boston date. It's not on.
Yeah, towards the end. I want to say it might be on the new flyer. It's it might be early November 3rd or something like that. I'm thinking off the top of my head.
I'm down with it, man. I'd love to be able to photograph that and to talk to Mike, because we've done some shows together before. We've had some disagreements and stuff, but I think he's a great singer, man. He's a great singer, absolutely.
He's undeniable as far as his talent goes.
You can't deny it.
And he's a hard worker. And that's the other thing, man. He paid his dues opposite. He's 19, he went into a ready-made band and then got called faggot for the next 8 years and not Glenn. And he wasn't trying to be Glenn.
That wasn't fair. We talked about this before, but
he wasn't. That was the thing. His voice, his vocal style isn't even like Glenn, because he was trying to do his thing, and then people started appreciating him. Then he went off to do his own thing and literally became the dude in the van. He became the blue-collar musician humping it from town to town on tour 9 months out of the year. And he did that for almost 20 years with mostly the same guys. And those are the guys who, up and fucked him over as soon as there was controversy about his politics. They all put out statements we're not racist and we don't know if Michael's racist. And I think that's the shittiest thing, because it's but you do know. You've known him for 20 years. Yeah. You could easily say, I know for a fact that Michael Graves isn't remotely racist, and you could stick with him or go. That's your prerogative. But they all
when it comes to art and people's political opinions, this is the way I come down. I think that John Voight is one of my favorite actors. I think he's amazing. He's
Anaconda, dude. Anaconda.
So, he's just great. Since Midnight Cowboy, I think the season that he did in 24 was amazing. He's done, you look back at Heat, even though he had a minor part in that, he was just so good in all these things. And so I don't care what his political opinions are. If they disagree with mine, I still like him at the box office. I'll go watch his films. I enjoy his films, right? James Woods is from Rhode Island. I'm from Rhode Island. He's from about 10 miles away from me. He blocked me on Twitter because I made fun of him. I like James Woods as an actor, so I don't care if he doesn't like me on Twitter, and I'll still go see his movies. There's a line. I won't go see a Woody Allen movie because he's a child molester, right? I won't get involved with,
Will you see a Roman Polanski movie?
No.
Okay.
No, absolutely.
Here's my question.
No way.
And I'm not saying I have the answer to this question, but here's my question. Roman Polanski's mother and father were killed by Hitler in a concentration camp, and his wife was killed while pregnant, wife and child, by the Manson family.
Yes.
Do you think we should give him one?
Yeah.
Nope. No, not that one.
He did Rosemary's Baby.
No.
He dealt with two of the biggest monsters in the 20th century personally.
Yeah, but I draw the line at molesting kids.
I also draw the line, for the record.
Yeah. So that's
and I'm not apologizing, and I'm not saying that we should give him a pass.
But when it comes to guys like John Voight and James Woods, I don't have to agree with you just to like your movies. I love their movies. I love their films. I love their TV shows. I'll watch them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Are you wearing a Fred
Roman Polanski and Woody Allen? No, that's a bridge too far as I'm concerned. So that's where I come down.
What about The Cosby Show?
I loved that show as a kid. I really loved that show.
Me too. As a kid. I wanted to go to NYU because Theo went to NYU. That's the truth.
Think it's okay to let kids watch the Cosby Show today. I really don't have a problem with that.
And whisper in their ears, he raped every girl.
No, this is where it gets weird. But this is where it's problematic. And since I'm not a parent, I'm not going to really opine on this. I really love that show and 227 and all the spin-offs, and
here's my problem.
Oh my God, somebody's commenting more cursing at Brad.
Fuck you, Brad. No. Fuck your face.
Somebody's saying more cursing.
Saying I'm cursing too much?
No, they want more cursing at Brad. I think they want LaLa to curse at Brad more. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's okay. LaLa, what do you think about
LaLa, what's up? What's up with your...
Say something. What's up with your mic?
Your mic.
Say something.
Oh, I was saying that there's a couple people in the chat who like it, but then there's some coomers that don't like it.
What's that? What's a coomer?
Like all they do is like jerk off to porn all day and like feet sniff and stuff.
Oh, wow.
What's a coomer is what?
They feet sniff.
So, hi, Paul.
Oh, hi, LaLa. What's up, baby? I've had a rough day. How are you?
I'm okay. I had a great day. I was calling Congressman Richie Torres. I got to spread that all over the interwebs with some of my friends. They were calling him too. They shut down his phone line. We were calling them so much to protest against HR 4980. And so that was fun. And now tomorrow,
HR 4180.
4980, they're trying to make it.
It's my least favorite.
Yeah, they're trying to make it so anyone who flies on American soil from state to state needs to have a vaccine passport. And tomorrow, for anyone who's watching, if you want to combine forces with us, we will be calling the mayor of New Orleans, who is also adopting Nazi Germany tactics and also requiring to show your papers to get anywhere.
I don't like Nazis.
Yeah, so that's what we will be doing tomorrow.
I don't like rapists either, for the record.
Yeah, so I went live today and showed my phone call with the congressman's interns, and that was fun. So
I'll be there tomorrow with you. I'll be there tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be mayor of New Orleans.
Can you bake me like a bundt cake or something delicious with like frosting, maybe some rainbow sprinkles on top?
But I'm sorry you had such a rough day.
Well, I told Bobby that it was fucked up. It's actually, I fucked everything up today because I said to Bobby, we should do a podcast because before the rest of the day even happened, I'm like, dude, I've had the craziest
Listen. Evict that person. Evict that fucking roommate.
This is the direction.
Either that or stop trying to fuck your roommates. Like, stop being a fucking creep. Stop being a creep.
Is it like a multi-family home or something?
Yeah, that's how a lot of those places are, right? Well,
are you the owner of the multi-family?
Yeah. It's not like. Here's the thing.
It's not your roommate.
It's
like
a house.
I know those kind of houses. I think.
live in a house, but it's not a two-family home. Really, it has a big top floor with its own basically apartment. So technically, to the letter of the law, they're roommates because we all use the same entrance, but they have their own like spots upstairs. When I haven't been up there in fucking 6 months. They could be taking shits on each other for all I know. And I don't care if they are.
Brooklyn steamer.
They could be giving each other the old hot Carls left and right.
The hot Carl or the Cleveland steamer.
I wouldn't know it because I don't go up there because I'm the kind of
hot Carl. You knew
fucking business.
What's the other one? Sorry.
And maybe LaLa could speak to this. I didn't hear your home invasion story, but maybe you could speak to this. I don't understand women because girl brains are so fucking weird.
They are, dude.
Compartmentalize everything where a dude could get you arrested, accuse you of beating him where it's going to fuck your life up for the next easily a year, at least a year, if not worse, cost you money. He could accost your underage nephews and like get creepy and harass them. He could try to fuck the girlfriend of the dude you pay rent to, and then he could leak your nudes online, and girls will just, like the Manchurian Candidate, like something goes off in their brain sometimes and they just go, but I love him. And maybe you were harassing me after all, even though all the conversations we had in 4 weeks were about what a little bitch this guy is. And I was laughing at any joke you told where I said, well, I didn't fuck you, but I should because now I've earned it. And she was just like, oh, Paul, ha, 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 ha. And oh, Paul, ha, 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 turned into, well, maybe you shouldn't have disrespected me. I told him he probably wants to have a talk with you because you were saying stuff about fucking me, and that's not right. And I'm like,
okay, Nancy.
When did that happen? Like, and I'm sitting there like, when did that happen where the ha-ha wasn't?
Yeah, but maybe you didn't perceive it, though, that you were actually, that it looked bad on your part saying that, though.
I would have perceived it if she would have said, hey, listen, fuck off. Don't even joke about that, blah, blah, blah. But not, oh my God, can you imagine? That's amazing. That was what I got as a response, which didn't discourage me and go, wow, I just really disrespected her and made her feel uncomfortable, particularly because she's coming downstairs giving me hour-long conversations about what a nut job this guy is every 2 minutes. So I'm going like, well, all right, great, we're cool. And it's not like I'm running around with my dick out being like, yeah, you got me hard. Like, I'm not doing anything weird. I don't go up and knock on her door and say, I'm lonely. Can we just hold each other for a little while? Because that would be really weird. And we live together. And like I said, I like to keep things copacetic. And I've known her for a while where we've kidded around about everything. So I know that she's not, shit. Every time she tells me he keeps threatening to kill himself, I keep saying like, well, if he doesn't do it, that's just another thing he's bad at, isn't it?
I don't think you should know any of this information, and it's just yes. At this point,
the problem is somehow I got in the middle of a thing that I don't belong in the middle of.
Yes,
but. And real quick, because I want to get back to something Brad was saying about Michael and John Voight and all that. I thought that was interesting.
All that nerdy shit?
No, well, because here's the thing. This is what the wonderful, beautiful, talented, lovely Cassandra Fairbanks is writing a big article in Gateway Pundit about Michael tomorrow. Anyone who writes a big, flattering article about me is the most gorgeous person I've ever seen for some reason. And everyone who hates me is ugly. And fucking...
You got a problem with Cassandra Fairbanks?
No, I love her.
No. This guy.
Oh, he does. Yeah, I don't know. She's awesome, and she's punk rock as shit.
Yeah. Tell me, Brad. Patrick.
I think Cassandra Fairbanks made up that ridiculous story about fireworks around her house 2 years ago. To say that, oh, I'm so persecuted because I'm a right-wing journalist. I'll grow a fucking pair. Seriously, if you're a serious journalist and you want to have a pair of balls, go to a fucking war zone, baby. There are those of us who have actually done that. So maybe you might want to try it. Stop with the fake bullshit. You blew up some fireworks down the street, so I'm scared for my children.
One, my living room is a war zone, so I think I earned my badge.
Yeah, sure. I don't doubt it.
By the way, one of the reasons the cops took an hour and a half to get here is because they've been like, there was like 5 shootings and all of them are fatal and everything. It's been a really rough night in New Jersey. And I'm like, oh, great.
Cassandra Fairbanks is what is actually, she is the waste of a good journalist because she can write. She's actually very talented, except she ain't never going to do it.
Well, here's the thing. The problem you seem to have with her is you don't believe her story. That she called the police.
Because she's a liar. Because she lied about that.
Is she a liar? Sure. I don't know. Yeah, I never talked to her specifically about that. And being a guy who, let's just say I've been contacted by multiple authorities saying that, hey, you're on this hit list and that hit list for this and that, including Islamic ones. And I've also experienced people flat out doxing like my parents' house and saying we're going to send Antifa there to fucking kill them and blah blah blah. I am not Cassandra Fairbanks level of anything, whether it's social media presence, journalist, or anything like that. So if I'm getting that, she's getting that, and she's getting it way worse than I do. So I tend to believe when people do that, and I accept that you don't believe it. That's fine. And I accept that you're going, grow a fucking pair of balls, you fucking pussy. That's wonderful. Now do AOC.
Oh, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, that AOC's a fucking pussy. Grow a pair. You weren't in any danger on January 6th. You're saying that, I thought they were going to rape me. I thought that you weren't even in the fucking building. And all of those motherfuckers on that January 6th commission. Yeah.
I agree with you.
Cool. That's all I wanted to hear.
Yep.
And it's my favorite sentence in the world, Paul. You were right, and I was wrong. And that's fine that
I wasn't wrong because I was never wrong.
Thank you for admitting your wrongness. And I'm fine with that, man. Hey, I forgive you. I forgive you. You're allowed to be wrong in my world. No, but wrong. I mean, Cassandra's never done anything in my experience with her that has made me doubt it. Well, and I'll talk about what she's writing about for tomorrow. I think it'll be out tomorrow.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Seriously, this is all right. Who do you think has had inappropriate sexual relations in this following group? Michelle Malkin.
Me. Oh.
Nick Fuentes. Cassandra Fairbanks. Or all three at the same time.
My line of inappropriate is very blurred.
Wait, who cares?
No, I care.
I would define inappropriate.
Anything would be wrong, but just because
let me.
What do you even mean?
I would define inappropriate as anything that you publicly claim that you would never do and you're totally against, but then you go ahead
and all three of those things happened and have been lied about.
I think Nick Fuentes has gay sex on a daily basis and definitely receives. For sure. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying I know anything. I'm not saying it's a fact.
Do you think he's gay or he's just a deviant who will like kind of do anything?
No, I think there's something about any guy running around screaming about his virginity that just screams, I just want to taste penis hard. I want my throat. And that's the thing. It's one of the things that I always liked about like people like Milo, people like my friend Pax Hart, that you could be like, yeah, I like fucking dicks. I don't give a fuck. But by the way, I'm also conservative, and let me tell you all about it. Because it's like, yeah, man.
I'll tell you what, the only guy that I've ever actually thought was real about this stuff was Jake Engels.
Was who?
Jake Engels.
Oh, I wanted him to jump on the show. I was trying to get him to jump on, actually.
No, I'll tell you right now, Crowder is very real about it. But that's the thing. It's something that I say, like, he was a virgin till the day he was fucking married, which is crazy to me. That is a batshit insane. But hey, if that's what you want to do, go ahead.
Sure. You know, he was.
Yeah. Which I think is very weird, but he's a very religious dude. So I guess that makes sense. But at the same time, it's like Fuentes is posturing as a religious dude and saying
what of your religion? I mean, are we? So is everybody here a Christian?
I'm an atheist.
I am.
You're an atheist, Paul.
Yeah, but I respect Christianity in particular.
I'm Catholic. Yeah,
you're Catholic.
LaLa prays to a hawk in the sky carrying
indoctrination or any organized religion. But I do believe in God, and I do believe I have very specific beliefs. I'm not agnostic whatsoever. So,
would you say you're a Christian or not?
No, I wouldn't.
She worships the hawk.
I don't worship anyone. I believe in God.
Okay,
and Jesus.
And
that's cool.
What God is very hard to explain. We could get into that, but I don't think anyone here is.
No. Tell us what God is, please.
Yeah,
God is a feeling. God is synonymous with the universe. I mean, God works through us. God works through me. I pray to God. I think that Jesus is definitely a real person. I don't think it's the same that the Bible portrays, since that's been manipulated and rewritten many, many times for political reasons over thousands of years. So,
the baby Jesus? Do you pray to the baby Jesus?
I pray to God to use me however he sees fit. I pray for protection for all of us. I pray for eyes for people to see, including you, Pepto. And I pray for mercy for our future, for the future of humanity.
Did you just call me Pepto?
No.
What did you say?
No.
Bismol down there.
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, does she think my name is Pepto? Because I'm going to be really fucking insulted. Like,
I mean, listen. You look like you could be a Pepto.
Yeah, I look like some Italian guy standing outside a salami store.
Hey, Pepto. Hey, Pepto.
That's why. Are you mocking my family? Are you mocking my ethnicity? Like,
no, Paul,
don't worry, Pepto. I pray for you too. Hey, Gino, take it easy, all right?
I think this is a great Fred Perry, and I don't think that.
Is it a Fred Perry? I was looking. There it is. Yeah. It's cool if like you were Bret Hart.
Yeah, I may be Bret Hart.
Maybe you are. But if you're in the Hart Foundation,
I'm more Owen.
That's an awesome Fred Perry.
I'm more Owen. Let's get it.
Yeah, I don't think I could pull off Pink. I don't think it's gonna happen. But. Yeah, man.
As a wrestling nerd growing up, I did get that. Yes.
Thank you. I don't admit it in front of females, but I might even be a wrestling nerd today.
Right,
which is a very
really.
Go around the room. Bobby,
I don't like this side of myself.
Who's your favorite like '90s wrestler?
I mean, it was. I mean, Hulk Hogan, man. Hulk Hogan, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, and this is. Honestly, well, I mean, shit.
And LaLa knows
Mankind are fucking unbelievable. But the guy when I was a little kid who I was in awe of was Yokozuna.
Yokozuna.
Yeah. Well, when I was a little kid, that dude like legit scared the shit out of me.
How about what was the
Ultimate
midget?
Warrior was mine. Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
Had to be
the anabolic warrior.
Anabolic Warrior. Yeah, he was a crazy bastard. Yeah, but the
Ultimate Warrior. All time, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, Dusty. Hey, I can't argue with that. I mean,
who's your favorite wrestler?
My favorite wrestler of all time?
No, I said LaLa. What's your favorite?
Well, my brother used to watch that. It was his favorite was always Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hard to argue with.
And LaLa, you probably didn't even notice because you don't watch it or whatever, but there are so many wrestlers around that area in Tampa, St. Pete.
Hulk Hogan lives in my hood.
Yeah, but
all right, brother.
More than that,
being racist and fucking his friend's wife.
I think Macho Man actually too, right?
Yeah, the Macho Man.
Not anymore, baby.
Not anymore. But he died. He died in Seminole on the corner of Seminole Boulevard and Park Boulevard.
Did we tell the Michael Graves Macho Man story on your podcast or Radio Deadly?
No.
Okay, before we listen to another 8-hour story.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
I love you for that.
I do got to get up at 8 a.m.
No.
I got to be at work at 8 a.m.
No, I was going to say, play a little bit of that video because I want to delete it back off my Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me play this. But it's 30 minutes long,
so you have to like...
Where do I have to go? Where do I have to go into it? Huh?
It's like 30 minutes long, so you have to like fast forward it a little. You can hear... Can you hear it? There's no sound.
Oh, sorry.
I work at Walgreens.
I would rather die before I put that experimental poison.
I know plenty.
Can you hear it?
That my people are close to. So yeah, before the vaccination.
Do you know I've been doing this for hours, and y'all are the first person to say that because everyone else said that pretty much like 90%.
Let's see if it gets some more. So where do you want me to go? Fast forward a little bit more.
I don't know. I just keep walking up to random people. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So
of the people I talked to, they said that we should be in jail.
You know what I'm saying? Listen.
Because we're not vaccinated.
But listen, fuck them bitches. Because they ass probably ain't either. They just want to say, they just want bitches to be in jail because
they're commies.
They're crowded as fuck. They're crowded as fuck. That's why the shit is just blowing the fuck up. Yes.
I hope you have a wonderful night. Finally. Fast forward it because I walked up here and I know it's a long walk. So.
Oh, she's cute. Who's that?
We're all like, what is it? Because I just asked them a question and I told them facts. Here, it's later now, so everyone, here we go. It's fine. All right, I'm playing privacy. Hold on.
Don't get all excited. I just asked a question. Yes or no answer. I didn't need all that.
Hi there, how are you? I'm going around asking people because in California they're trying to push a petition where if you're not vaccinated you should go to jail. What do you think about that?
Do you want to
Fucked up? Alright, go all the way to the end because I remember I met a couple.
No, not going to jail.
No, you. Oh yeah, this couple. Go back a little before that. Fauci emails?
Yes.
Yeah, this couple. Yeah, it was created in a lab that was already proven. Yeah.
All right.
This is an interesting look.
I could go to jail.
Because you can spread it.
But vaccinated people can spread it too. You realize that the CDC, the cops on me, four people earlier chased me and reported me for asking them a simple question about and presenting facts when they literally want us to show papers to do anything. But when I ask them their opinion on why and they're presented with facts, you can literally see their angry NPC noises happen. So hold on, here's another one.
Oh wow, look at her nostrils. You can see right up there.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm well. Did I see you guys earlier?
No.
Okay. So I'm going around asking people in my community because in California they are signing a petition where people who are unvaccinated should go to jail. What do you think about that?
I think it's stupid as wrong.
Are you guys vaccinated?
Yes.
Okay, so
what's wrong with like
what
personal preference?
The people like in the companies are forcing vaccinations on young people like me with a good immune system.
Well, what's your job? What's your job that you work
I work
at?
from home.
Then
they're trying to force it on me. Why is that? So do you think that even if I work from home, even though I'm being safe and everything, that I could go to jail?
Because you can spread it.
But vaccinated people can spread it too. You realize that the CDC.
No, it won't be that bad.
No, but the CDC said that vaccinated people can spread it.
CDC is like changing their mind every
Exactly.
day.
So why are people taking their recommendations?
They're not.
Well, the people who are getting vaccinated are taking their These people end up yelling at me. But you're vaccinated, and you realize that they said that you can spread it.
No, we can't. Because
no, the
without
CDC just said that yesterday.
We're spreading it because
they've been saying that.
The vaccine is not a cure.
We're not even going to have this conversation anymore, honey. Move along. It's
okay. Well, I just hope you look into it.
Get the shot and just stop.
But you can still spread it. They just said.
You can't.
Everybody.
Look it up. You're not going. Okay. The corona. It's an animal-born virus.
No, it's not. That's already been false. Have you seen the Fauci emails?
Yes. You're wrong.
Yeah, it was created in a lab that was already proven.
All right, whatever.
No,
why are you mad at the facts? Trust the science.
I'm not mad at the facts. I know the science. I know
the science says that it was created in a lab in China.
Yes,
right, it's an animal-born virus.
No,
we don't have immunity to animal-born viruses.
That's false.
All right, come on, Steve.
That's not true.
No.
Just carry on. Get the fucking shot and stop spreading it.
They still think it's spread by a bat. They still think it's spread by a bat. Did you hear that?
It was grown from a bat.
No.
No, but it was.
You guys can spread it. It's proven now.
God, there you go.
You guys, but you guys are fine with that. What if they vaccinated them? They can still spread it.
No, the bottom line is everybody's going to get it. You're going to get it no matter what you do.
No, I'm not going to get it.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. Why?
Yes, you
okay,
are.
so should I go to jail?
No, but you're gonna get it.
No, I'm not.
Here's all right. Here's all right. See.
So I did bring up the Fauci emails. The Fauci email said it's not an animal airborne. You are spreading it as a vaccinated person per the CDC.
You're fucking crazy.
Look it up per the CDC. Look it up.
Oh, because we got the shot, we're spreading it.
Have you not been watching the news lately?
You're gonna get it.
Coming in.
How do you want to deal with it once you get it? That's what the vaccination is for.
You guys are spreading COVID as vaccinated people. Look it up.
Jesus Christ.
Look it up, CDC. Dude, they still believe it came from a bat. All right. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
I can't believe you interviewed John Candy. Where did you even find him?
Wow. So LaLa is probably fun to hang out with. She gets wasted and goes and tries to red pill people. What would you do?
There are legs that could beat the band, is what we just found out. I've only seen you from like the top up. You look like the Mount Rushmore sculpture every time I see you. But goddamn, you have that nice little thigh tattoo. All right.
Dude, this is why you have people trying to kill you.
Well, tell your crazy ex about me. You know what? That's why I have 2 dogs and a gun. Bring it over here. I'll spend another 9 hours fucking in the police station being like,
listen, no. Hey, no. It's just an Italian thing. It's like Cuomo. It's like an Italian thing. You know, I grabbed them by the face. I grab everybody by the face. What was that? Oh shit, that was fucking great. Did you see that?
This is the
Let's
difference
play that.
between me and like we're talking about who's a sexual deviant and stuff like that. Here's the thing. I never said I wasn't going to be a sexual deviant. Right? Like, I'm not the governor. I'm not going to have an intern and be like, why don't you suck my cock? I'll touch your ass. But that is crazy. And I certainly wouldn't come out and be like, isn't it awful that men do that? Because that's the craziest fucking thing I could think of. If I'm going to sexually harass someone, I'll tell you. And I won't deny it. I just told you exactly what the fuck happened in my house. And then I complimented a nice young lady's legs so she knows. She needs to know, Bobby. Compliment her every now and then. Tell her she has hair like the Cowardly Lion.
Hold on one sec.
No, nobody? Everyone's just going to fucking stare at me like I'm the goddamn Roman Polanski of this panel?
I mean, you are basically because, you know.
I'm not the Roman Polanski of anything.
You are. Listen, just admit you are. Here, listen. Watch this. This is one of your people.
The California Raisins?
I want you to know directly from me that I never touched anyone inappropriately or made inappropriate sexual advances.
I don't believe you because I have.
Yes, he did. Years old. I've lived my entire adult life in public view. That is just not who I am. And that's not who I have ever been.
Yes, it is.
In March, you said that if the investigation confirmed the allegations against Governor Cuomo, then he should resign. So will you now call on him to resign, given the investigators said the 11 women were credible?
I stand by that statement.
Are you now calling on him to resign?
Yes.
And if he doesn't resign, do you believe he should be impeached and removed from office?
Let's take one thing at a time here. I think he should resign. I understand that the state legislature may decide to impeach. I don't know that for a fact. I've not read all that data.
And he's using a photo of you embracing him in his self-defense to say that these are commonplace kind of embraces that he made and the allegations against him. Do you condone that?
Look, I'm not going to fly-spec this. I'm sure there
are some
embraces that were totally innocent. But apparently the Attorney General decided there were things that weren't. The New York Times published a front page picture of me touching a woman's face at a wedding and then kissing her on the cheek. That is not front page news.
No.
I've been making the same gesture in public all my life. I actually learned it from my mother and from my father. It is meant to convey warmth.
Why
are your mother?
No, I want to hear this. I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
Thousands of photos of me using the exact same gesture. I do it with everyone. Black and white, young and old,
and younger,
straight and LGBTQ.
I'll rape anyone.
Powerful people, friends, strangers, people who I meet on the street.
It looks fucking.
After the event,
good to me.
The woman told the press that she took offense at the gesture, and for that, I apologize.
I think we got to give the guy a pass, man. Personally, I mean, Jesus.
Like I said, if he didn't put my friends in prison, if he
no, I'm sorry. He's a Guinean and he gets a pass on this one. Shit.
If the motherfucker wasn't the guy who, for everything else, clutches his pearls and goes, "Oh, can you believe it?" And it ended up with my friends doing 4 years each in prison over some horse shit. That's what I mean when I say like the hypocrisy thing bothers me more. Actually, the hypocrisy is the second worst thing. The rape is the first worst thing. It goes rape, then hypocrisy, in that order. But that's what I mean. Like, of course he fucking tries to get pussy. How, like, if you get pussy, you've tried to get pussy, and sometimes you fail. But he's the governor. He's in a powerful fucking position. He's supposed to be married. He's supposed to be
maybe
Mr.
sometimes you
Appropriate.
fail, but I'm just saying.
I'm sure you're just getting pussy left and right. LaLa, throw it out.
The problem here, why I stopped having to get it years ago, but the problem here is that Andrew Cuomo is a hypocrite, and you can't have a governor. He can't govern this way, so he had to go. He's a piece of shit. The bottom line, he's got to go. I don't care that he's a Democrat. He just got to go, and that's the bottom line.
Well, the thing is this: if you're the guy, for example, take Trump.
He got all the power, but I think that there is watching that montage. Yeah, the Grandma Killer thing is totally different. But watching that montage, don't you kind of give him a pass though? I mean, isn't that argument? You don't like that argument? You don't like the Italian argument?
No,
I'm not giving him a pass on that, and I'm not giving him a pass on the nursing home thing. He needs to answer for both of those things. He needs to be answering for both of those things. And this is not a partisan issue, so he's got to go for a lot of reasons. This may be the one that gets him out, but it shouldn't be the only thing that gets him out, because we got to talk about the nursing home situation as well.
They resigned.
So
yeah.
I'm with you guys on that. I'm with you guys.
No. Well, what I'm getting at is it's Trump, for example. They're like, oh, he was a womanizer. He fucked models and he fucked porn stars and this and that. And in my head, I'm going, yeah, but his whole career, he never said he wouldn't. Like, he never was like, I'm against fucking bitches from Eastern Europe. Like, if he did that and then all of a sudden was like, look at me with these bitches from Eastern Europe, I would be like, yeah, you're kind of being a scumbag, dude. Like, something's wrong with you. Trump was a notorious, like, kind of womanizer, playboy guy.
So that makes it okay. Look, first of all, I don't care either way.
Do you think no one should be a womanizer?
No,
like, there's
first of all, what I'm saying is very clear. I want to make this very clear, right?
Yeah.
I don't care what you do with your dick unless I'm sitting in your lap. I don't care. I don't give a damn. But what drives me absolutely bonkers is when I hear people who were like, yeah, Trump's okay. And then they talk about Kamala Harris having fuck Willie Brown back in the day and saying, oh, well, that's not right. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you can't have it both ways, baby. Like, this is bullshit. Like, just shut up.
The difference is that she fucked her way to get to the
sexual impropriety doesn't bother you.
The other people are just womanizers, like, because obviously...
What's sexual impropriety?
telling your roommate,
honestly, as long as you're not doing anything illegal,
Bobby is the biggest piece of shit today. You're the biggest shit stirrer. You're a bearded piece of shit, Bobby.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't hear what you guys said. What was the reaction to it? Sorry, because you all talked at the same time. I couldn't.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, I just said whatever. What did you say? You said what's the definition of
what's sexual impropriety? And he said, "Well, when you have a roommate."
Yeah. when you tell your roommate.
So if Bill Clinton or all right. So if you look at back in Donald
different
Trump's
story
1980, let's look at Trump in the 80s, right? In New York.
Sure.
He's the best.
Intentionally had a public affair with Marla Maples to get rid of his previous wife. Right?
What? He did it because of that? That was his motive? I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, he wanted to get rid of his previous wife. So he had...
So he had a public affair?
We're talking about 40 years ago.
No. Hold on a second. He called up...
That's not true, though.
Well, hold on. He called up,
it's not
New
true.
York Post and all these publications as John Barron and said that I'm having sex with Marla Maples. It's the best sex I've ever had in my life. And they printed it, and it was the biggest headlines in New York. It was like the best sex of my life. You can go look and Google these things, and you'll find them. Right. He wanted to get rid of.
I think I saw that on a documentary, but I don't think
he wanted to get rid of Ivana Trump, who is apparently dead now, or she's got an NDA that says she can't say anything, right? Yeah. So
she probably got millions and millions.
She's the mother
to not
of
say anything.
Ivanka, of Donald Jr., and of Eric, right?
Yes.
Now, he ended up marrying Marla Maples after that, who he had the affair with, and that's who Tiffany is the daughter of. But she's ugly, so we just make believe that she doesn't exist.
Push her.
Now, Barron is the only child of Melania, right? So this is he's had 3 wives, and he's publicized a couple of divorces on purpose in the New York media, and that's not a big deal to the Christian evangelicals. They're like, that's okay, not a problem. But if someone else caught a Hummer in the Oval Office, well, now we have a very serious problem with this, because we cannot have a president who has gotten a blowjob from somebody who wasn't his wife, despite the fact that Kennedy did that.
I've never literally heard anyone on the right think that frame of mind that you are describing. You are just trying to put every single Trump supporter into this weird little pink box. And I've literally never heard anyone think that way.
She can't get over
the only person that fits into a pink box is you.
This is 40 years ago that you're talking about where Trump stuck his dick. And I'm sorry.
So
even if you are going to talk about
with the
Christian
Kamala Harris thing, the
isn't
Kamala
it like
Harris
repent
situation
and then
where people complain about Kamala Harris, they're like, "Oh well,
Kamala Harris sucked her dick to the way that it's top." Kamala Harris has the worst
body odor.
Presidency. What 50 years?
No, Laura Loomer took the gold for that.
Dick she sucked, dude. She sucks. Period. Doesn't matter if she sucks dick. She just fucking sucks. Period. She sucks as a vice president.
But here's the big difference between what we're talking about with anything going on with Trump's personal life and Kamala Harris or Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton fucked a 22-year-old intern, which on every metric is sexual harassment. It's the legal definition of sexual harassment.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, he pressured a fucking girl who is 30 years his senior to blow.
What about our child sniffer president? No one cares about that.
Listen, Paul,
that's a fiction.
Listen, let's all stop being hypocritical. Paul, you are not above
defending
what Bill Clinton did.
Sniffer. That's what he doesn't gonna die on.
Joe Biden has.
I would know it was wrong when I was caught.
Hey, Bobby, please play some tapes.
I'm telling you,
if I got caught,
you guys ran campaign against Joe Biden, thinking that people would believe that nonsense. Oh, he sniffs kids, and he's a
nonsense.
And normal, reasonable middle of the road Americans.
Do you realize that some of the children who are grown up now have spoken out against it?
Because you ran on this nonsense because people don't believe it.
We didn't run on that.
Listen, some of the children who he molested have spoken out against it.
Joe Biden has never molested a child. And nobody in America believes
his own daughter has written diary entries saying that he has molested her. His own daughter.
No, hold on a second. Who did that?
Melania.
Hey, you just said that Joe Biden's child. LaLa.
Oh, she looks like she's loving it. Is this all stuff that never happened?
Hey, this is the most fair election according to him.
Because you lost it this last time, you're going to lose it again.
Well, Biden is the most popular president of all time. I've never loved anything the way he loves sniffing kids.
Sick. And the fact that he's defending this is sick. He's sick. He's a scum.
Oh, why can't you stop insulting?
I mean, look at him.
You're defending a child molester.
Look, he's reaching down her shirt. Oh, Jesus. Oh, she's so uncomfortable. How creepy do you have to be to get people to be like, I don't even care that you're the president, stop touching me?
Now this is the same thing as what Cuomo just got in trouble for, basically. But
by the way, before Pepto has anything else to say, Ashley Biden, his daughter, her diary entries also went public, saying that she believes she was sexually molested as a child and shared that it was probably not appropriate showers with her father. There's months detailing the struggles with the abuse. And that's all public if you want to read them. So
I'm so creeped out by that.
Where's that from?
Her diary entries are public.
Whose?
She's admitted that they're Ashley Biden.
Where's that been published?
Ashley Biden, Joe Biden's daughter, and you, sir.
Where's it been published? In what publication has that?
Literally, look it up. I literally just looked it up and found 15. You look it up.
No. Just give me one.
No. You should stop defending child molesters and really take a deep, hard look at your life on why you're defending a child molester.
Yeah, you're ready to give Roman Polanski a pass until I stopped you.
I never would give Roman Polanski a pass, and I want to know what one publication that actually put out what you just said. One publication. Give me one.
Literally just Google it. I just Googled it.
No, just give me one. You just said that it's out there, so just give me one. You must have a bunch.
Hey, you dumbass. The publication is her fucking diary. That's the publication.
No, just give me one. Was it like the New York Times? Was it the AP? Was it Reuters? Was it,
oh my God, because
Washington
you know what?
Times?
Because you know what? They love to report on the Biden scandals. Good point. Wow, you really made your point.
Like, come on.
Wow, you really made your fucking point. Good job.
No, I just want to know where I'm supposed
fight
to
for that
look
freedom
it
of
up
speech. Fight for that freedom of speech.
Come on, give it to me. There must be
CBPBS.org. No. By all means, keep defending child molesters.
Just give me one place so I can look at it, and then I'll make a judgment.
Why don't you just fucking look at it?
Today's show.
I can't look at it if you don't tell me where you got it from.
Give it to me, and I'll put it on the. I'll put it on the.
What an idiot, dude!
Please
put it in our chat. Put it in our chat.
The Washington Post. Yeah, it seems to be all around that motherfucker. People, yeah.
Okay, somebody send me a link. Somebody send me a link so I can look at it.
God damn it!
I want to look.
Somebody send him a link.
Please.
I don't have to send him a link. Yeah, but no, it seems to at least be reported.
This man saying this is like the fucking Coomer at the bar saying source when it's all being censored from the fucking internet. You dumbass! It's like literally.
I'm looking at it. Like it's in a lot of publications.
Send it to me so I can look.
That's
at
what I'm saying, and he's saying it like you can't just Google it and fucking self. Go ahead, dude.
Well, here's the thing. My journalistic integrity is going to kick in here. The thing is, it's at least being reported that this is what Ashley Biden has said for sure. Like, you could debate whether or not it happened. I don't know how to prove that or not prove that
on my phone, and I'm sitting here. Right here, waiting for it, and I would like someone to send it.
I don't have your number, and I will never want your number. So, there's if you just Google it, and like, I don't know how much you guys know about Joe Biden's weird fucking history in general, or like the fact that Hunter Biden is like had sexual relations after his brother died with his widowed wife.
That is fucking weird.
And the fact that
is weird.
Joe Biden was like his babysitter and he cheated on his wife with her. If you want to talk about 40-year-old sexual relations.
Well, because she was 16 at the time, and that is extra creepy.
And you wanted to bring up the 40-year-old sexual relations.
Is Hunter Biden the president of the United States?
No, but if it was one of the Trump kids, we would never hear the end of it.
I'm talking about Joe Biden, the president.
Trump.
The child molester that
if it was one of the Trump kids, we would definitely, especially if the Trump kids were involved in the government stuff and getting positions for their father, and then you found out they were smoking crack and banging girls and doing God knows what with all sorts of weird countries, you would definitely be like, well, we can't have this guy anywhere near fucking levers of power. And I would totally get that. I'd be like, yeah, that's a little sketch. I don't know what to say about that. He has a weird crack video.
Where's Hunter Biden near the levers of power?
Well, he was on all sorts of boards, energy boards, because his father was vice president at the time. No,
I'm talking about now. What part?
It doesn't matter. If he did that in the past, that still counts. You can't undo.
He's a child molester sympathizer. That's really what it comes down to, and the point I'm trying to make.
Come on, man.
No, and the point I was making about the difference.
Why you guys are so angry about this thing is because the rest of the country doesn't give a fuck.
Well, they don't read about it.
But I'm just saying you're such a hypocrite because you literally just brought up the sexual relations.
If they wrote about Hunter's laptop as much as they wrote about fucking Russia, which turned out to be a big fucking
don't they give a fuck?
Right? Because
why don't they give a fuck?
You literally just brought up sexual relations of Trump that was 40 years ago.
What was on Hunter's laptop?
When I brought up
possibly an underage girl and smoking crack. And also there was all sorts of deals and text messages they found through that laptop that said, yeah, they were doing business with Joe Biden.
So why didn't Donald Trump do something about it?
He was trying.
Well, he was blocked at every...
Oh, the president of the United States couldn't do something? Oh, you're so full of shit. I mean,
what? That's ridiculous.
The United States couldn't do something.
Dude, this man just doesn't... This man, like... He talks about accepting other people's views and being like open-minded and wanting to do both of it. He knows as a government propagandist, that someone who knows all about it, that someone who fights for free speech, who should understand how much is being censored, whether it talk about medical freedom, whether it talk about the information on the current president or President Trump. I don't really care. You're just a complete hypocrite in every sense of the word.
And BradChad, you better not make fun of her for saying the propagandist.
And you are a child molester sympathizer.
You love molesting children.
Yeah, and you're a piece of shit.
And you love the movie Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah. And fuck you.
And you have personalized license plates. But here's the thing.
What?
When it comes to Trump and his like,
if I find out that you have personalized license,
I thank you. When it comes to Trump, you know, when you go, hey, did you hear he fucked a porn star 12 years ago? I would go, I would have figured he did.
I didn't say that.
Sure.
I don't care.
No, but I'm just saying that's the difference when people are like trying to blow the Stormy Leathers fucking thing out of the sky, and they report on that 24/7.
Imagine still asking like source when someone tells you something and thinking that the mainstream media is reliable. Imagine being that detached from reality.
Oh, I've said that many times about liberals. The fact that they claim to be the most open-minded people, but take all of their marching out orders directly from the mainstream media.
My source is the connection, the source, collective consciousness that gives me information that you will never understand because you are simple-minded. It's beyond that. Take your common sense and listen to fucking God. Listen to the universe, because if anyone with any type of intuition tells you that what's happening in this world is not right, and anyone with a backbone and a spine would stand up against people like you and the people who are destroying our country, which you are a part of.
And my source is my heart.
This is how we're going to go out. We're going to go out because we're going to hit 3-hour mark. I need to be up at 8 o'clock. Oh, actually, I need to be here by 8 o'clock. But I like to stop the show by just telling BradChad what a piece of shit he is. So, BradChad, it's my turn. Yes, we're friends.
Oh.
No, I do not like you as a person because you're so... Oh my God! What you believe is so reprehensible. I believe that you have the ability not to be a piece of shit, but you still decide to. Like,
I would never molest a
consciously. You consciously decide to be a piece of shit, and you vote for all the things that are going to make this country horrible. You're going to bring, communism into the country, even though you claim to not like it. You're going to bring Bolshevik communism in the country. You've been. Attacked by your own people, Antifa, and you're
bringing goth chicks back, big fat goth chicks wearing fishnets that they shouldn't be wearing. You're bringing that around, and I don't like it.
You're an all-around bad person, and I'm glad that LaLa really laid into you on this one, told you exactly the truth of what everybody feels, how everybody at home feels, everybody on the InfoWars feels when you call in. This is how everybody feels.
And America.
This is what you want, though. This is what you want. You want people to feel this way towards you. You like it, don't you?
Yeah, you like it, don't you?
Is this my turn to respond to that?
Yeah, talk about how much you like it.
Okay. First of all, Bobby, I think you're a smart guy who I happen to disagree with vehemently on certain...
So you're a liar on top of it.
And I think that Paul is one of the most entertaining guys you're ever going to find when you go to an event. This kid,
well, he's not all wrong about everything, Bobby. I mean,
he's
sometimes he hits the nail on the head.
And,
Broken clock.
LaLa is a very beautiful woman who is also very awfully intelligent, who just happens to be wrong about me on this particular point. But
you'll win her over.
We can't convince everybody of everything all the time. We're going to do the best that we can.
Me and Paul are rooting for you.
I am. I'm on your side.
I'm going to move on, but I think you guys are all great, and I don't take any offense to the whole thing. And we're just going to move on and try and love each other. And hey, hopefully we get to the point where we can have more respect and give each other a big hug. It sounds hippie-ish, but I guess that's the way it is. So
big gay love hug. And we're going to sniff each other too. We're going to go.
Well, I don't want to sniff anybody. Let's not sniff.
I want to sniff some people.
No, I don't want to sniff anybody here. That's for damn sure.
Oh, I smell really good. I put on cologne for this.
Oh God.
I put on Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Shut it down, Bobby. Shut it down.
All right. Listen, Paul, don't harass your roommate anymore.
I haven't and won't, and will continue to stay the course on that.
And by the way, who likes my pink shirt? Show of hands.
I like Fred Perry. It's not my favorite thing I've ever seen. Fred Perry's pretty good. I just couldn't wear pink
I would get the fuck out. Come on, man.
LaLa, do you have anything last thing to say before we do the outro here?
Thank you for having me on. It was a pleasure. I always love to give people a piece of my mind, especially people who are completely ignorant to the state of affairs that we are in. Regardless, I still hope, that you have eyes to see what's really going on in our country and in the world. I pray for people like you every day. I pray for protection. I pray for God to use me however he sees fit. And I pray for eyes for people to see who are ignorant. And I do come from a place of love. I think that the people who are brainwashed are victims, and that waking them up gently isn't going to work anymore. So I'm here to make people remember who they are, and give people the courage to stand up against child molester sympathizers and pretty much anyone who's going against the golden timeline that we are headed towards. Regardless, you're going to be left behind if that's what you believe, but this entire fabric of reality is based on vibrations, frequencies, and energies. So black pillars, doomers, and coomers can fuck all the way off.
Coomers.
Yeah. All right.
And of course, please read Gateway Pundit tomorrow to find out all about what's the deal with Michael Graves now, and watch us every Thursday on Radio Deadly on Censored.tv.
Absolutely. So thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate you staying around. And shit, man, there's a lot to unpack there. Just thinking about all kinds of crazy stuff, man. Thank you so much.
Guys.
Yeah. I bid you adieu.
All right. Well, I'll see everybody later. Bye.
Adios. Here we go. Oh,
here we go.
Why is it taking so long?
He always says, that's me. With that look on his face, he'll talk about anything. Outstanding. Tattoos, t-shirts, politics, history, and hot sauce on everything. Bobby Pickles. Pop culture, documentaries, conspiracy theories, sarcasm, and fear. It's a conversation, start listening, cause we're all here. Bobby Pickles Podcast. That's me.
Proud of your boy. See you guys.
BradChad.com.